Missouri State. I'm Eddie Garcia.
Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
And the Lincoln Journal-Star's Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
This is Early Break with Sip and Jake, sponsored by Gaina Trucking.
Good morning. Happy Friday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Early Break. Full show ahead. Plenty to get to in the world of sports. It is the season opener today for Nebraska baseball. Hope for a new season for a men's sport at Nebraska. Football failed this year. Basketball has failed. Will baseball lift the state out of its depression?
Well,
in men's
putting a little pressure on it on the baseball team. Hey, I got something for you.
That's what I do. Ooh, and that, my friends, was not a beer. Usually,
what is that?
When you give that nice, opening of a can, it's like ice cold Bud Light or Busch Light. That's LaCroix.
Yeah,
Lemon
cello.
Limoncello. Sorry, it's L-I. Limoncello.
Cello. You know what you did today? Have you ever been to the horse races? Hey, Harrison. Good morning, Harrison. Have you ever been to the horse races? Petty doesn't go to horse races.
I have been to one before.
You know what? Have you?
Yeah.
What happened? You know what happened to Jake today?
I couldn't hear.
He stumbled out of the gate.
I couldn't hear.
If you have, hey, Harrison, I'll tell you something about horse racing. If you have money on a horse and you're watching intently, if you have a significant amount of money and that horse stumbles out of the gate, that's the worst feeling, one of the worst feelings in the world.
That horse gets back up and rides
because he's trailing the
Yeah, but
he's trailing the field, especially if you have a horse that. Hey, I'll teach you some stuff here.
Oh, boy.
In horse racing, some don't like to have dirt kicked in their face. They don't. They just don't run well. They like to be in front. And if they kick it doesn't well, don't bad way. There you go.
This horse has no problem with dirt in his face. He's back in front now.
You know, one of the coolest things that was one of the first things they had me do. They had live problem there. Well, came in from California, big time trainer, won the race, then flew out. But it was a muddy, rainy day. I had no idea how just did it. So this horse wins, this big horse from California, good looking horse, wins the race. And I go down to interview the trainer and the jockey. And the jockey's got like 9 goggles. You know why? He's got like 9 goggles around him because the mud flies in one, he has to whip it down.
Wow.
Mud flies another one, has to whip it down. Mud flies another one, has to whip it down.
I've never watched that in action. The jockey doing that on the race course.
Yeah.
You ever seen them actually change goggles?
No, I know. I never knew
They're
they
so
did that.
Smooth.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even know.
Yeah, those guys are incredible athletes. Yeah.
Yes.
They're incredible athletes.
Yeah,
they are. Think about it. Like you said, you would be scared to ride.
Oh, I'd be terrified. Yeah, I have never ridden a horse before.
See, it's pretty cool if you stand near a track, and those horses get bunched up, and you know what you hear, Jake? You hear the jockeys yelling. No, yelling at the other guys. Get out of my way. I mean, it's intense, and they're moving.
How many jockeys and horses are on the track at the same time? 10?
Well, it depends.
10 usually.
It depends. I mean, there's races
only watched one time ever.
There's races with 6. There's races with 25. I mean, the 25 is really high.
It seems a little excessive.
Yeah, it would be high.
Seems problematic.
Nah, probably, and it probably doesn't get that high. It's probably I've probably seen a 15 horse field.
I feel like you will never, ever see me on top of a horse that's racing, because my fear is that I'm going to get bucked off right away and get stomped and killed by the horse. Right? Seriously, you will never.
You'd probably get stomped and killed by another horse.
Right, exactly. Yeah, by the horse following.
Right.
Me, because I'd be in the lead, obviously, with my horse. And there goes Jake. His skull has been stepped on by another horse, and that was all we knew. You'll never see that ever. I've never been on top of a horse. I don't know if I ever will. And I surely will never be racing with a horse ever. What? I don't know why it's so funny. I have no. In fact, I have no desire to ever ride a horse.
Why do you close the door on riding on the back of a horse?
I have.
Like old men ride on the back of
I don't
horses.
like to be paralyzed by fear in this life, but there's the fear of falling off the horse or spooking it, getting kicked in the face and ending my life and that thing. Not worth it to me. I'm not in on that. I'm not in on that. When's the last time you rode a horse, Mr. Horse Guy?
I've never ridden a horse.
Or 0 for 2 here. Then
I've never ridden a horse, but I used to work for a trainer. I would lead horses to the walkers, lead them to the track, shovel their their crap. I'd muck their stalls. This was way back when I was in college. I was working 2 jobs. I'd work in the mornings there, and then go to the Daily Nebraskan at 9 o'clock. It was back when I was working 2 jobs and forgot I was going to school at times. I was like, oh God, I'm still in school.
I got class today. Yeah. I think I have a test today. Well, I do.
Yeah. I showed up for a final once and I didn't know we were having it. They had it during dead week. And you know what I did? This was bad. This is a bad look. Don't do this, Harrison. So I showed up for a final. I didn't know we were having a final because it was dead week. I thought we'd have it, on finals week. And I just filled in the dots in like patterns.
You're like drawing something.
Yeah. And that teacher was not like, she let me take the test over, but very grudgingly.
How many questions did you get right?
I got like,
or there's a time did you
25.
put like 2 answers in the same line sometimes?
No, I didn't do that.
You were doing a pattern.
Yeah,
at least answering one
like
question at a time.
Lightning bolt pattern.
Any questions right? I'm sure you got
I got
some
right.
You got some right.
I just remember meeting with the professor and she was really upset. Like, what? And I said, I told you I didn't study.
I had a test today.
I thought I was going to be able to take it over. She goes, well,
that's quite a bold assumption there by you. I didn't know we had a test. I'm surely could take this over, right? Because I'm SIP.
She barely let me do it.
I've never had that. I never had that assumption ever that I could just take a test over. Like I could fail it or do badly and say, hey.
Well, here's what happened.
Do that again.
Here's what happened. When she was handing out the test, I indicated to her that I didn't know it was coming. And she indicated to me, like, don't worry about it. We'll figure something out. So I took that as
let's mess around and see how this goes.
Yeah. I took that as I'm gonna be taking this next week.
All right. Well, it's a fortunate.
Harrison, don't do that.
Yeah.
And don't forget you're in school.
Keep on top of your classes.
All right, we got to talk about this baseball thing.
Well, we get to talk about baseball because it's the season opener today. The one sport right now for the men that has some hope behind it. Nebraska.
Did you quit doing that?
Why? At least for this year, for the rest of this season, yes, it is the only sport that has hope left. Nebraska basketball is dead for the season. Football season is already over. They have spring for the next season.
Do you feel like you're putting like undue pressure on those
guys? I felt
guys?
that for a while. And it's not just me, it's the state. I've seen so many people out there that I know in the past, some friends that have been casual Husker baseball fans most of their lives who have been so invested this offseason in what's going on. And they've been counting down to today because they're saying that's our sport that's going to give us hope this year. They're picked first to win the conference as of yesterday. I know they lost, obviously, key pieces in Spencer Schwellenbach, Kate Povich, Chance Roach, big losses for that team.
Okay.
They have to replace those guys.
They have to replace the 2 anchors of their pitching staff, Jake. Kate Povich and Chance Roach, as you said. Now, that one's a 3rd rounder, Povich, okay? The critical question, okay, I mean, Jake – let's see what they're going to Sam Houston State. That's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough series down there.
Four-game series.
4-game series.
4-game series
Now,
on the road.
Don't tell me that if they go 1-3 down there, that you're going to come back here on Monday panic.
I'm not going to be panicking.
Okay.
It's early season baseball. It happens all the time.
Right. But I'm not saying they're going to go 1-3. Now, if they come back 4-0, hello.
People are going to be, yeah. You thought they were excited now. You wait until Monday when we're talking about a 4-0 baseball team. if that's the case.
Now, the critical thing to me is I want you to think about something. Think about how important those Friday, Saturday starters are for Nebraska. Kyle Perry and Shea Shannon.
Right. 2
seniors. Kyle Perry's a left-hander. Shea Shanneman's a right-hander. They're both seniors. They have to be dudes. If Nebraska's going to be this team that everybody envisions, everybody envisions a team that's going to win the Big Ten and host a regional. And that'll be incredible. But for that to happen, you have to have dudes at the top of your pitching rotation.
Right.
What's Kyle Perry and Shea Shanneman got? I mean, we're going to see.
Well, I mean, again, last year with Povich and Roach, those guys, as I said, they would consistently go 6-7 innings plus, and they'd help your bullpen out. Your bullpen could put your best players out for 1 inning, and you could have Schwellenbach close the game out, and there you go. I mean, it's not all that common in college baseball to have a starting pitcher go 6-7 innings almost every time out, like Povich and Roach were doing. So, I mean, you need Kyle Perry and Shanneman to come out and throw strikes and get guys out and not be walking guys and up their pitch count early on. So you have to go to the bullpen and wear that bullpen out.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, obviously early season baseball is sloppy at times. We expect some sloppiness this weekend and maybe in the first couple weekends of the season.
Yeah.
You expect that.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be a nice start to the season if you got, a quality start from Shanneman and Perry of going 6 innings plus, if that's possible.
Yeah. And then, okay, so also Braxton Bragg is going to be in the rotation. These are names that people are going to get to know as the season goes on. Braxton Bragg moves from the bullpen to a starting spot. Actually could turn into a midweek guy, but he's starting this weekend. I believe the second game on Saturday. They play doubleheader on Saturday. And then I think you're going to see, Braxton Bragg for sure, and then Dawson McCarville, I think, in the rotation. Dawson McCarville is a 5th-year senior who was excellent in the second half of last season. You're excited. I remember you being excited for some reason by a Texas A&M transfer, Mason Ornelas. I know why you're excited, because he has SEC experience.
Oh, yes. Of course. That's right.
So here's the thing. A lot of it comes down to pitching. Now, they seem deep. I mean, there were 7 or 8 guys in contention for the top 4 starting spots. So they seem deep. And then the back end's really interesting because you have Colby Gomez back. And he had a shoulder injury for most of the last 2 seasons. And it looks like he's the leading candidate to be the closer. And if he's gunning 95 again,
that'd be good.
Yeah.
The thing
I'm
with
taking off my jacket.
the thing, well, you said it was cold in here, so that's your own fault. And I warmed it up to 71. The thing with having a bunch of depth is you still have to have a couple dudes in there. I mean, it's nice to have guys that all are capable, but who do you have a couple guys that can be your workhorse that can go, like I said, 70 innings?
Yeah. You like that?
And, you have to, seriously. That's a big reason why Nebraska last year was able to win the conference, because as Povich and Roach put in a bunch of innings,
no doubt,
and they weren't giving up a bunch. And Shanneman was he was a good third pitcher there.
Yeah,
good
Shannon's
third starter,
pretty good. He was interesting. His ERA was up over 5, but he was good.
He was able to go 6 innings typically.
Yeah, he was solid
when he pitched. So he's going to have to be better this year, and obviously in a more important role as a as the 1 and 2 spot for Nebraska's rotation. But again, it's going to be hard. You can't make any rash statements after this weekend, good or bad. If they go 4-0, you can't say, "Oh my God, we're going to go to the CWS." I mean, it's the first series for both teams. If they go 1-3, you can't say, "Oh, here we go, bust on the way for Nebraska baseball."
I hope you're not.
There was a year several years ago where Darren Erstad started off 0-7, and they bounced back and they made it respectable. They didn't get to the tournament, I don't believe, but they made it. They got back to 500, I believe, on the season, and we all freaked out saying, "Oh God, 0-7. Well, next year, after 7 games, next year we go.
Yeah.
You just can't
What
panic
happens in
like
baseball. I mean, how many times have the Royals done something like that?
they lose 12 games in a row all the time. That's a common thing for KC. Pretty much every season has a 10-plus game losing streak in Kansas City. That's just a given.
Catcher, Lincoln kid, Griffin Everett is back, which is huge. Started 32 games at catcher last season. I don't think they have anybody on the roster who started a game besides Griffin Everett. He's critical in this team. Team captain in just a second season on the roster. Keep that name in mind. Griffin Everett.
Yep, Everett.
Griffin Everett. 287 last year, hit 287 with 3 home runs. Okay, now the exciting part. This is the exciting part of the team, the infield. The infield legitimately is exciting to me. You have Max Anderson, who's a Big Ten freshman. Yeah, Big Ten freshman of the year back at third base. Bryce Matthews is moving to shortstop. Okay, now Bryce Matthews, great athlete. I mean,
I'll say stud.
Yeah, played second base last year. And by the way, when you have a shortstop who has home run power, that's always fun. Right?
He does, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
That's always fun. Second base, you might see this kid from Canada named Core Jackson, Core. Core Jackson. The coaches, according to Chris Basnett, the beat writer, really like his glove. The Canadian. He'll get a shot at second base. And you got Jack Stile back at first base, sophomore Jack Stile, power. You could put Colby Gomez at first base too. Efry Cervantes is a guy that you can play in the infield.
He's more of a defensive guy. He had some offensive liabilities last year.
Okay, but that left side. Well, in fact, Chris Basnett of the Lincoln Journal-Star says Nebraska might have the best left side of the infield in the Big Ten.
Well, Nebraska is picked number 1 per the Big Ten's preseason poll, again voted on by the coaches,
which I put nothing into. I put no stock.
The coaches are
no, I put
Nebraska
no stock into it.
Nebraska number 1, Michigan 2,
yeah,
Iowa 3, Maryland 4, Ohio State 5, Indiana 6.
I
Per the coaches
coaches
of the Big Ten Conference.
Dealt with coaches for 35 years. And
That's
I know there's
rain
a lot
on
of
people's parades.
I know there's a lot of coaches that don't even, they might put a minute into that. Or they might, you know what? I know coaches that don't even put a minute into it. They just tell their sports information guy, just fill it out.
You're trying to tell the people of Nebraska who need something positive
that
that the number 1
it.
preseason ranking is just a bunch of poo.
How much
Bunch of
thought do you
poo.
think a coach puts into that?
They want to believe that they have something special here.
Don't. Those things are a joke. They are preseason coaches polls. Have you read
I'm
stories?
not denying that, but,
Even like
but
the-
people need something positive here, and you're trying to make it.
Even like the
nothing
USA
here.
Today coaches poll, I don't put anything into because I know coaches what they do a lot of the time. They don't sit down and study the field, Jake. They have a sense of who's good and who's bad, but oh yeah, I got to do that poll. Just let me think of just do it this way. There it is, and then they release it. We put big headlines on it. It's sort of funny. Anyway,
Just laying out a stat here. And
okay.
Here you are to tear it down, saying coaches don't care, doesn't matter.
I don't look at those things at all. Hey. Now the outfield, don't have anybody back, but they have some dudes out there. I mean, I really am a big fan of Cam Chick,
Yes.
who he's played second base at Nebraska. He might even played some third base, but looks like he's heading full time to the outfield. But you know what he is? He has power. He's a bat. He'll be in the middle of the lineup, Jake. I think.
Yeah.
Middle
You
lineup.
can hit
guy.
homers.
Yeah. Leighton Banhoff is a guy to look for out there. What I can't get a feel for is who's the center fielder. I don't know who that is. Think about what they lost out there. They lost Mojo Hagee,
Mhm.
Jackson Hallmark, your center fielder,
Sure.
Joe Acker, your right fielder.
That's a lot of talent from last year's team.
Yep, that's where. Yeah, not to mention Logan Foster. So I don't know. Bass says to watch junior college transfer Luke Sartori, who's a Lincoln Southwest graduate. There's a redshirt freshman named Garrett Anglem. I know we're throwing a lot of names at people.
People
but
need to hear the names.
yeah, there's a redshirt freshman named Garrett Anglem, who was one of Bolt's early recruits. I'd watch him. I just don't have a feel for who your center fielder is going to be. I don't think I don't know this, but I don't think Chick will be in center field. He strikes me more as a corner guy, right? Corner out.
I believe so.
Yeah, I don't know if he's yeah. So we got to watch that outfield, what that's going to look like. Good news for those guys, though. They've been outside a lot. So you know why
it's
that's
been a great winter.
You know why
so
that's
far.
good news? Because there's been times when Nebraska's gone on the road to play an opener, and that's the first time ball in the sky.
Yep.
Because they're inside.
It's hard to track it down early. I mean, obviously they are really good at it because they were college players, but if you haven't done it for a while, you've been playing in a freaking indoor building.
I freak you out a little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
changes things up a little bit.
Yeah. So they've been outside. Yeah, this is exciting. It is exciting.
Thank you for admitting that.
It's
exciting.
It's exciting. I'm just not excited.
Just don't like the poll
Yeah.
putting Nebraska first.
Yeah, it just means nothing.
It's nothing, but it is special to some people.
You're special to some people.
Thank you. Special in all different ways.
You're special, all right. Yeah, we're gonna be watching this series closely, and you'll be overreacting like nobody's business, right?
I will not be overreacting. If they go 1-3, I won't even say anything. I'll say, "Oh, Husker baseball, rough start, but we move on."
Okay.
Then they get TCU next week on the road at Arlington.
Jeez, that's tough out of the gate. By the way, Sam Houston 4 games, then TCU next week.
Here's the schedule of games for this weekend in terms of time.
TCU's a top 25.
I know
team.
TCU is good. They have a strong tradition in baseball. Sam Houston. Okay, tonight 6:30 p.m. in Huntsville. You can watch it on ESPN Plus if you have that.
Wow,
ESPN Plus.
Didn't know that.
You got to pay for ESPN Plus. It's not on your.
Well, I'm not saying I'm going to pay for it, but
it is televised. It can be. Then tomorrow, doubleheader. 7-inning game at 2 p.m. against Sam Houston, and then also at 5:30.
Okay.
And then Sunday, 1 p.m.
Okay.
The only game you can watch is the first game tonight on ESPN
You got
Plus.
those times right? Those are CST time?
I sure do. I'm on
Okay.
the Huskers actual website. They would
Okay.
not put that in Eastern time on the website where we live.
Okay.
6:30 tonight, 2 and 5:30 tomorrow, 1 p.m. Sunday.
I bet there'll be a fair number of Nebraska fans tuned in on the radio.
You think there's gonna be fans down there for Nebraska?
Yes, of course there will.
I mean,
Yes,
this is a team that sold out all the seat backs at
yes.
Haymarket Park.
Yes, you know the answer to that question.
People like a reason to go down to Texas to watch baseball.
Well, there's Husker fans in Texas.
I know, but people still might take a trip down there this
Maybe,
weekend.
yeah.
I bet there's some fans out there
Yeah.
that listen to the show that might be going down there to watch the game.
Yeah,
Prove me right. Is anybody listening this morning, 464-5685, that is planning on attending any of this weekend's games for Nebraska baseball in Huntsville, Texas against Sam Houston?
Okay, yeah, Houston.
464-5685.
Houston. It's down. It's an hour. Did you say this? It's an hour north.
I didn't say that. I said it's in Huntsville.
It's
though.
an hour north of Houston. Huntsville.
Have you been to Huntsville before?
It's in a triangle of like Houston, College Station, and Huntsville. It's like a triangle, I believe. But I know Huntsville's. I'm not sure about that, but Huntsville's an hour north of Houston. I don't think I've been there. If I was there, I just went through it quick. Houston weather forecast today. 59.
Oh, wait. Is this a weather? Is this a weather read? I didn't even bring up the weather here. This is a you thing today, Mr. Weather Guy.
Well, Nebraska's playing baseball. Let's check the weather. Friday. Well, it's 59 right now. I don't know what that means it's going to get up to, but it's 59 right now. It's pretty nice. Saturday's supposed to be 65. Sunday, 68.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. It is for those guys.
That sounds sarcastic.
No, it wasn't sarcastic.
That sounded
It wasn't
sarcastic. Oh, yeah, that's
sarcastic.
great. That's great,
No,
Jake.
it wasn't sarcastic.
It is great. It is indeed great. No sarcasm at all.
No, it's not sarcastic. Yeah, Saturday, 66, mostly sunny. I'm looking at another report now. Sunday, 68 and cloudy. That's fine. Monday is supposed to warm up to 80. They'll be out of there, though. Fun. This is fun.
Yes, it is.
So Nebraska's goal, Jake, their goal is to get to a regional, host a regional, and win a regional this year.
I'd approve of that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Give us a chance at a super regional and the CWS.
Yeah.
Pack that place in.
Go back to where we started this conversation. If you're going to the CWS, you got to have horses on the mound. Horses, not decent pitching. You have a couple horses. Shane Colmany comes to mind.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I do remember Shane.
Jabba
Cooney.
Chamberlain comes to
Sure,
mind.
the goatee.
Watson comes to mind.
Tony
Johnny
Watson,
Dorn.
Yep.
Yeah, Tony Watson, or excuse me, Johnny Dorn comes to mind. Tony Watson. Who else? Jabba, I mentioned. Those are the dudes. Those are the kind of dudes you need. Come on, help me out.
Well, I would even go to Kate Povich last year.
Okay,
Kate Povich was really good.
Yeah, he was. I mean, if you're drafted in the third round, you
did something right.
You're real.
Aaron Bummer.
Yeah,
he's pretty good. He was drafted. He's in the pros with the White Sox.
Okay.
He's been there. He's been a reliever.
Yeah,
now.
I shouldn't have gone down this road because I'm forgetting a lot of good ones here. But anyway, those are that's what we're talking about, though. Those type of guys that you can remember.
Nebraska will have their first 12 games be on the road.
Yep.
First 12. They'll have their first home series against Long Beach State
Jeez.
March 11th through the 13th.
Jeez.
But of those road series against Sam Houston for 4 this weekend, TCU next weekend for 3, Northwestern State for 1 game on the road the following weekend, and UT Arlington, and then Northwestern State again. Sorry, it's 2 against both those teams. Northwestern State and Texas Arlington.
So it could be really exciting
And
year.
K-State.
Nebraska, Omaha, hosting the Big Ten tournament. You know that.
Yeah, I knew that.
Omaha hosting the Big Ten tournament. Now think that'll be that. Now, if Nebraska has the sort of season that we think they're going to have, now think about the excitement that'll be attached to the Big Ten tournament. I mean, are you talking once again crowds 19,000, 20,000 in downtown Omaha? Probably. If they have that kind of season, right? Why are you looking at me?
Well,
like
I'm just thinking if UNO is hosting, it's not at Werner Park then?
Jake, it's downtown.
You said UNO.
No, I didn't. I said Omaha, downtown
I
Omaha.
thought you said UNO
No.
for a second.
No.
Replay the tape. I thought you
I
said
did not.
UNO.
Harrison, did I say UNO? I said Omaha.
I thought you said UNO. I was confused.
Yeah, you're looking at me like I'm a
I
Martian.
know. I thought you said UNO. Why would UNO be hosting? I'm going to go back and hear what I heard after the show's over. See what I heard.
You're going to go back and hear what
I'm going
you
to go
heard.
see what I heard.
Yeah, I can see
I-
what you heard.
My face was frazzled because I thought
What were
you
you
said
doing last
UNO
night?
was hosting. I didn't do anything last night.
Well, off your game.
I'm fine. I'm good. I started off the show because I couldn't hear myself. That's why I had
You
to
stumbled out of the
restart.
gate.
I stumbled because I couldn't hear. Somebody had jacked up the headset once again. That wasn't you. It was somebody else.
So anyway, I mean, think about it. This could get really exciting. Nebraska's never won that Big Ten tournament in Omaha.
Harrison says he's gonna go back to the tape at 6:28 and see if it sounded like you said UNO or Omaha.
Thank you, Harrison.
Maybe my brain heard something that I wanted to hear, and I was confused.
Harrison, you got to get ready for your. I have a line for you, a Tom Petty line. It's an easy one.
Oh yeah, Sip said UNO. He said UNO. Sip said UNO. It was confusing. He said UNO. That's why I was confused. I'm like, you said UNO. I was right. I'm not crazy, Harrison. I'm not crazy.
Hold on. No, we're gonna play the tape.
The whole text line says you said UNO, and that's why I gave you a weird look like Werner Park's hosting this. That's what I said.
You were looking at me like I was out of my
right
mind.
because I assumed I was like, why didn't I know Werner Park was hosting
No,
this?
Werner Park is not
exactly. See, that's why I was confused, and then you called me basically a moron.
Yeah, I did. I did call you a
without
moron.
saying that.
Yeah.
And now the text line confirms that I did hear correctly what you said.
Well, we'll see if the texters are right.
I
I'm
heard,
not giving
I heard
in on
Nebraska, Omaha. I heard UNO. I heard UNO.
They could be
That's
wrong.
what
too.
I understood too, Jake. Exactly.
They could be wrong.
You put me in a bad spot that the texters are agreeing with me on here. And now I feel great that I'm not crazy about what I heard you say.
The most interesting part of this conversation is the look you were giving me.
Yeah, I gave
Like you were looking at me like I
know, like you hurt my dad or something.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? I kicked my dog.
Like you hurt my dad.
You kicked my dog. You hurt my dad. What's wrong with you? You sicko. Everyone's saying you said UNO, so thank you.
Everyone.
Everyone. Literally 20 people texted saying, yeah, he said UNO.
Everyone.
I am not crazy. I heard what I heard. And that's why I got undeserved backlash for that also. We'll have more next on Early Break on the Ticket.
This is your High School Minute.
With your Southeast Community College High School Minute, I'm Harrison Arnn. In basketball, the Lincoln Lutheran girls team won its first game in the sub-districts over Raymond Central 69-44. Kennedy Ailes scored 20 points for the Crusaders in the win. Their next game will be against Lincoln Christian on Tuesday. In boys basketball over the weekend, Bennington edged out a win over Lincoln Christian 61-58. Lincoln Christian won against Lord CC 59-52. Lincoln Southwest rolled Omaha Northwest 84-63. Helms led Southwest with 17 points. Miller North took down Lincoln Pius X 67-49. The Hastrader brothers combined for 36 points in the loss. Omaha Central dominated against Lincoln North Star 74-40. Waverly beat Omaha Gross 60-51. Harms had a strong night offensively for Waverly with 19 points. In swimming on Saturday, the Lincoln Southwest boys repeated as the Heartland Athletic Conference champion. This has been your High School Minute, sponsored by Southeast Community College, with locations in Lincoln, Beatrice, and Milford. Learn more today at southeast.edu.
Bagels and Joe is ready for winter with white chocolate raspberry cream cheese, great on any bagel. And try a grilled Italian panini for lunch with ham, prosciutto, banana peppers, and provolone on a sun-dried tomato bagel. Bagels and Joe, 4 Lincoln locations.
A lot of work goes into making Nebraska, Nebraska. Keeping it green. Helping it thrive. Making it fun. Everything that goes into caring for our outdoors, from waters to wildlife, plays a big role in making Nebraska home. Learn how we help conserve our state's natural resources at outdoornebraska.org.
Paid for by Nebraska Game and Parks. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Did you know your air ducts can hold up to 17 pounds of dirt, dust, pet dander, and so much more? John Henry's is here to help make the air you breathe cleaner with a duct cleaning. If you've never had your ducts cleaned, now is the best time, especially if you have pets, someone in the home with allergies or asthma, or you've ever done a renovation. Find out more at jhlincoln.com or give John Henry's a call or text today.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And things have obviously been pretty challenging lately with new vehicles, with all the microchip and supply chain issues, but things continue to loosen up as Koppel gets more and more new vehicles in each and every week. We've had many customers also custom order their vehicles. So if you don't see what you want in our current inventory, we can put an order in to get exactly what you want. So go online, reserve your new vehicle at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did.
Prescription opioids can be addictive and dangerous.
Opioid pain medication took everything that I had. Nothing mattered more than getting my fix. Knowing that it could have been prevented makes it worse. It just takes one.
Prescription opioids. It only takes a little to lose a lot. Developed by CDC.
Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services and aired in cooperation with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey, sports fans. Rico here with HIS Auto Care 70th and Van Dorn. Carfax recently awarded us as a top-rated auto service center for 2020, and Lincoln Choice Awards voted us as the 2021 top independent auto repair center. Call us at 402-488-8934 for superior service bumper to bumper. Mention this ad and get 7% off. Doesn't get any better than that. Rico for his Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
We're on the air. Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What we learned during the first segment, got Husker baseball today, kicking off their season, 6:30 tonight. Sip said UNO. No. Confused me.
For the Big Ten tournament.
Right, I know.
Did I really say that?
Yeah, well, 20 people out of 20 that texted about that said, yeah, you said UNO. So I am validated.
Not yet.
Oh,
no, you're not validated yet. We're listening to the tape.
the tape.
I think it's gonna be pretty.
Well, if you didn't say it, sounded like you said USL.
Okay, it might sounded like
I said. Sounded like that.
We're gonna listen to the tape.
You might sound like you did. I heard
like you
I
did
heard-
coming out of the show.
I didn't have a brain fart. I couldn't hear, so I assumed my mic was off, like it is sometimes. I looked. No, the mic's on. I have the right one, so I restarted it again.
Coming out of the gate today, you had a brain fart.
I didn't. It wasn't a brain fart.
Yeah.
A brain fart would be forgetting what I was going to say. I knew what I was going to say, and I didn't know if I was on the air.
We got to talk about Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Jim
Harbaugh, who said he returns to Michigan with what was the phrase he used? Sip. He was
more
emphatic.
something
You loved it when he said it. More enthusiasm
than has ever been known to mankind. Sounded a little bit snarky,
facetious. Yeah, a little bit facetious.
Jim Harbaugh.
Yes.
Jim Harbaugh has agreed to a 5-year extension with Michigan.
Yep.
Base salary of over $7 million in 2022. More important though, Jake, and I don't know, did you see this contract
Yeah.
structure?
Yes.
Yeah. This will quell nothing
No, at all.
in terms of the conversation about Harbaugh perhaps going to the NFL next season and subsequent seasons. An early exit from Michigan in the first year of this extension would mean Harbaugh would owe the university $3 million
The pocket change for him.
for an NFL
and
team.
and it gets lower than that. It
For-
keeps going lower.
As DP and J have really their wisdom, they've imparted a lot of wisdom in me about the NFL. Yeah, $3 million is complete pocket change to those owners. $3 million is nothing to those owners. I mean, we're talking billionaires.
Yes.
From there, the amount Harbaugh would owe to Michigan should he leave goes down to $2.25 million in 223, then $1.5 million in 224, and
then
$750,000 in 225.
AKA I won't be here. AKA this,
Oh,
this is
maybe.
basically a 3-year extension at the most for Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
If your buyout goes below $1 million, is that high profile of a coach?
Yeah.
That's him saying, I will stick around here for 2 to 3 more years.
By the way, Ryan Day would have also owed just $3 million to Ohio State if he'd had left the Buckeyes for another job before January 31st of this year. His number, Ryan Day's number has fallen to $2.5 million now. I guess Day was he? Were the Bears sort of looking at Day?
I didn't hear that name that involved with that coaching search.
On NFL.com, it says after rumors of a potential leap to the Bears, Day is still at Ohio State.
I must have missed that story because I thought that would be everywhere if that was the case. I don't think that was a huge rumor this offseason. Maybe I was under a rock, but I track the NFL coaching searches pretty closely. They end up
Sometimes
with
you hear
Matt
things too.
Eberflus, the Colts defensive coordinator, is their head coach now.
Sometimes you seem to hear things that weren't actually said too, so I got to be careful with you, like this whole UNO thing.
I did know you said UNO. There's nothing to dispute there. You said what you said.
Yeah, so this is pretty interesting.
So I'm curious if you're a Michigan fan, like how I mean, obviously you're happy to have Harbaugh back, who just won you the Big Ten title. Then he flirts with the NFL. Maybe he wanted to go to the NFL to either the Dolphins or the Vikings or somebody else. Didn't get the job. Gets a extension, gets a raise, but you don't really feel like, hey, he's here for the long haul still. So,
yeah, how could you feel about that?
I don't know. I think you're happy to have him back, but also still pretty much planning your next plan of attack. Who's going to replace Jim Harbaugh eventually?
We can do this pretty easily. If Nebraska just won the Big Ten West, and then won the Big Ten, if Nebraska just won the Big Ten and Frost had Harbaugh's record, we might be having the same conversations, right? Right.
But those are pleasant conversations, though, because you actually were good.
Yeah.
And you won the Big Ten.
Yeah.
And you got a monkey off of your back.
I don't know. Is that a pleasant?
I would if Scott.
Are you sure that's a pleasant conversation?
Sure. If Scott Frost had won the Big Ten conference and made the playoff,
yeah,
Now, you don't want to lose them in that case, but at least you're talking about a team that made the playoff and had a chance at a national championship.
I guess the thing that would make it pleasant is the thought of someone on the staff taking it over. But remember what we've said about Frost. If Frost doesn't get it done, nobody will.
That was early on we said that.
Yeah.
And we've now learned that that's ridiculous. Well, we were in such a terrible place after the Mike Riley era where they went 4-8. They got blown out by a team like Minnesota on the road.
Iowa
got blasted by Iowa.
Yeah.
And we were just dead, defeated. And so here's Scott Frost, who goes undefeated at UCF. He just beats Auburn in a bowl game. We say this is it. If Scott Frost can't get us back to glory, no one can.
But then what if he got us to glory, then left for the Dallas Cowboys? Okay, now we're getting off the rails a little bit.
Then you'd say, well, at least he got us back to glory. He built it back up for somebody else to take over. Maybe it's somebody on his staff sticks around, or it's more attractive to a high-profile coach than it has been recently.
Yeah, I think you're underestimating the magnitude of the reaction people would have to the Golden Boy if he gets really good just exiting town. I think you might be I don't know that that's an altogether pleasant conversation.
Well, it's more pleasant than it is right now where we're fighting for a bowl.
For
I would much rather have that
Yeah,
conversation about potentially losing your coach to the National Football League than having to fire him for not doing good enough.
Yeah.
Please give me that conversation.
Yeah. Well,
I can handle that.
We don't need to argue over a hypothetical. This limoncello is really
where's your
good.
coffee at? I got you coffee back there.
Yeah.
You haven't even poured it yet. It's Friday morning.
Trying to drink more water.
You can have water and coffee.
True.
You can drink both things.
Got it.
The body is an amazing place.
Yeah.
So Harbaugh back. Okay, let me ask you this. So you see the buyout numbers. How many years do you think he sticks around for? Is he there for one more year?
It looked like he was headed out this year. I mean,
As you pointed out,
Minnesota was real. That was he went and interviewed.
His buyout is doable this year.
Yeah.
$3 million.
Yeah.
Somebody can take that. Is he in it for the long haul or in it for a year or two?
Yeah. He's so hard to read. God, he's hard to read. Tell me he's not hard to read.
He's very hard to read.
I don't know that I have an answer for that. That is not good talk radio.
Thank you for that incredible statement over that prediction.
I don't have a good feel for Harbaugh. I thought he was gone. Maybe that's my answer. I thought he was gone, so I don't think he's there for the long haul. I think that NFL poll is pretty significant for Harbaugh. I think he wants another shot at it. And he's young. He's not that old. He's in his 50s. Yeah.
58.
Yeah, he's not in it for the long haul, I'll say. He won't be coaching at Michigan when he's 61.
Okay, so 2 years at Michigan. Then.
Yeah.
Two more years.
We'll see how it goes, too. I mean, see how it goes this year. They lose a lot. They got good quarterbacks back, J.J. McCarthy and
Cade McNamara.
They lose a lot, though.
Are which running backs are back? Do you know?
I don't know their
Haskins
roster.
And Corum? I don't know. Those guys are important. Aiden Hutchinson's gone for sure, and Ojabo, the stud defensive ends are gone.
That's big.
That's painful for them.
That's big.
It's a big loss. Big losses, plural.
Yeah.
So
Corum's back. I should know this. Corum's back. Is that big running back?
I just asked, is Haskins or Corum?
Yeah,
I don't know if Haskins
Corum's
is back.
back. I don't know if Haskins is back.
I will make a prediction and say that Jim Harbaugh is at Michigan for this one more season. He'll be going somewhere else next year.
Okay. All right.
Someone will pay that $3 million buyout, and he'll be fine. Gone. I don't know where he's going, though. I have to see what job openings might exist in the NFL.
You know, Harbaugh strikes me as a Bears coach.
Well, they just hired a head coach, though.
Right.
I mean, if they that was a rumor. Harbaugh to the Bears was early on. Hey, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
If Matt Eberflus, the new head coach for the Bears, coming from the Colts as the defensive coordinator, is miserable in year one, the rumors are gonna step up, say, hey, Jim Harbaugh is ready to bounce. The buyout's low. Let's go get Jim.
Yeah, in Las Vegas, the Raiders were in this conversation too with Harbaugh.
Yeah,
because Harbaugh started his NFL coaching career with the Raider organization,
and they hired Josh McDaniels. So I guess if that blows up, then you never know.
That's terribly boring hire.
It is terribly boring. He's been in the NFL before. He's failed as the Broncos head coach. He's been a longtime Patriots offensive coordinator. He's been fine in that role, but we've seen coaches move on and fail. Matt Patricia sucked with the Lions. Okay, Harrison says Blake Corum and Cade McNamara are both back.
What about Hassan Haskins?
I think Haskins might be gone.
Harrison's checking it out.
He is going to confirm that for us. But Blake Corum, one of the running backs,
Yeah,
is
Corum's
back.
tough too.
He was tough.
Yeah.
Tough to bring down.
Not tough. Not tough for Georgia to bring down.
Well,
He was
they're
not
the
tough for
national
Georgia.
champions. They're a little bit different.
Yeah.
They're different breeds down there of athlete. Harrison is giving us the no Haskins.
No
Haskins is
Haskins.
gone. Haskins.
Thank you, Harrison.
Thank you, Harrison. There you go.
Got that all settled.
Yeah, we're settled. When we come back, Derek Bombeck is here
with donuts.
With donuts and information. And we have a song of the day also next on Early Break on the Ticket.
$93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank. A relationship you can count on.
Sunny, breezy, but very mild. We'll top out at 58. A west-northwest wind could gust over 25 at times. We'll see mainly clear skies tonight with a low dropping down to 16. Cooler tomorrow, a high of around 46, but by Sunday, we could be right back into the 60s. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC. And things have obviously been pretty challenging lately with new vehicles, with all the microchip and supply chain issues, but things continue to loosen up as Coppell gets more and more new vehicles in each and every week. We've had many customers also custom order their vehicles. So if you don't see what you want in our current inventory, we can put an order in to get exactly what you want. So go online, reserve your new vehicle at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did.
Based right here in Lincoln, Mosaic in Southeast Nebraska is part of a nonprofit, whole-person healthcare organization that serves people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Mosaic's mission is to relentlessly pursue opportunities to empower people. By providing truly personalized services, this empowerment ranges from helping someone communicate for the first time to helping another gain enough independence to secure a job. If you would like to learn more about Mosaic in Southeast Nebraska's services or to donate, please go to mosaicinfo.org/Southeast Nebraska.
Allo knows businesses need reliable communication, both at the office and at home. Now more than ever. Just listen to Bill Mitchner from Lighthouse.
Before we'd have breaks in service, especially for internet, but we've never had any issues with Allo. It's always been there and available when we needed it.
At Allo, supporting your business is our business. To get your free quote and switch today, visit allofiber.com/workfast or call 402-480-6685 today.
Did you know your air ducts can hold up to 17 pounds of dirt, dust, pet dander, and so much more? John Henry's is here to help make the air you breathe cleaner with a duct cleaning. If you've never had your ducts cleaned, now is the best time, especially if you have pets, someone in the home with allergies or asthma, or you've ever done a renovation. Find out more at jhlincoln.com or give John Henry's a call or text today.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary.
You just kind of feel a little more settled with a guy like Trev Alberts leading the way. I think that's a big part of it.
Trev Alberts is like a mix of the two. He knows the business side of it. He knows what needs to get done, how to make money, how to spend money, etc. You know, whatever you got to do there as an athletic director. Then on the personal level, he wants to get to know the coaches.
I think a good description for Trev is that he understands how important relationships are.
Weekdays from 2 to 3 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. But our part-time service in the Army National Guard means we get to be more. When our communities are in need, we get the chance to stand up and do something about it. We get to serve in our own region and help the people we call neighbors. Whether they are in the mountains of New Mexico, the plains of Nebraska and Kansas, the ranches of Oklahoma and Texas, the farmlands of Missouri and Arkansas, or the bayous of Louisiana, we are here for our hometowns. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Nebraska Army National Guard. Aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association at this station.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're
No,
a big tough?
never feel like an
if
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Someday, when my life has passed me by, I'll lay around and wonder why you were always there for me. One way, in the eyes of the passerby, I'll look around for another try and fade away. Just close your eyes and I'll take you there. This place is warm without a care. We'll take a swim in the deepest sea. I couldn't leave, but you reached for me.
Song of the day, Sugar Ray, Someday. I was told all week to not play Sugar Ray, and I did today on a Friday. 464-5685. 1 is bad, 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers Song of the Day.
Somewhere, when the sun begins to shine, I hear a song from another time and fade away.
Once again, your Song of the Day, Someday by Sugar Ray. 464-5685. 1 is bad, 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers Song of the Day.
Yes, that was excellent. Now, and I know what I've said this week
have
about.
said
No,
Sugar
here's
Ray.
what we have to explain this to Derek,
Disparage Sugar Ray.
our guest, Derek Bombeck from the Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Mm-hmm.
Can I explain myself? Yes. What I always tell Jake is don't play those crappy early 2000 bands. And when I think of some of them, I do think of Sugar Ray, which is unfair to Sugar Ray.
That's right, it is.
Who are the bands I'm really talking about?
Smash Mouth.
Oh my God.
They're terrible.
Oh my
They
God,
are
they're bad. What's the other one though?
You like the Gin Blossoms. You can't.
Yeah,
put
but
them in.
what's the other one that I just despise? Smash Mouth. Anyway, Sugar Ray's pretty cool.
Thank you.
And that's a great song. And Jake sings these songs amazingly well. If people
he commits,
he actually
there's commitment. No, there's commitment.
He's got to be committed.
I went all the way there. If you watched the
did.
video stream, I was pouring my heart into that song.
He does commit, and he's pretty good. Like it sounds strangely good.
Yeah.
Well, I actually had the lyrics right too, because I have lyricosis. It's a disease.
Not in that song.
No, I had the lyrics right. Sugar Ray songs are pretty easy. The lyrics are clear. They're simple. You can't mess those up.
Okay, I give that an 8. What does Harrison give it? Get on the mic, Harrison.
Yeah, we're giving Harrison mic time now, Derek.
That's great.
Yeah, just hold on, Derek.
Wait, can I
Your
guess?
time will come.
We'll guess first.
Yeah, you guess.
6.
6.5.
4.5.
Okay.
7.
Whoa.
Is there a description of one?
That's just a happy song.
All right.
It's just a happy song. All right. Thank you,
Thank
Harrison.
you, Harrison. We'll get to you later. We got a guest,
Yes,
Derek
we are
Bombeck.
joined by Derek Bombeck of the Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau. Good morning, Derek.
Your rating?
Good morning. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 7.5. And just
You were singing it with me.
nostalgic. Yeah, it was. If it was quicker, more upbeat, maybe you got higher. But it was just a little slow. But it's his song. So
What's
whatever.
his other song that's really good?
But he's got
There's 2.
Fly. He's got Every Morning.
Every Morning's
That's
good.
a great song.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's got 4th. What's the other one? He's got 4 of them. 4 big hits.
He'll be at Stir Cove here pretty soon.
Probably will. I'll go to it too. I've seen him at Stir Cove like 9 years ago.
There's a
That's
shock.
the one. It was Sugar Ray, Gin Blossoms, Fastball,
Yeah.
Vertical Horizon.
Same lineup every time.
I'd say run it back.
Yeah, they have ran
Do
it back.
I'd say do it again.
Maybe
I'll
you get some Smash
buy the
Mouth in there.
tickets
Same time
for it.
next year, guys.
Yeah, I know they had Smash, but I say I would kick Smash Mouth out and bring somebody else in. How about that? Derek, before we get to the things in Lincoln, I'm curious. We talked before we went on here. Is that football is officially over? How do you take that as a diehard football fan?
It's unfortunate, like I said, it's the most fun sports to watch. Baseball season looks like it's not happening right now.
MLB.
MLB.
We got Husker
Huskers
baseball tonight.
happening tonight.
That's
so
right.
Is that on any
ESPN
network?
Plus.
Oh yeah, I got that. All right, got plans tonight in the garage.
Derek's got the garage decked out.
6:30.
6:30.
6:30. Is that
We're gonna have
perfect?
to have an early dinner, baby. We gotta get home.
we got a pregame for the 6:30 first pitch tonight.
Okay,
That's good.
we know what Derek's doing
Yeah,
tonight.
Derek. Yeah,
In
maybe
the
I'll find-
garage, 6:30. Kyle Perry on the
There
mound.
you go. Sharp lefty.
at
Sharp
Sam
lefty.
Houston in Huntsville, Texas tonight.
Yep.
Be fun.
Be 60 degrees.
All right, Derek. Let's talk about some things in Lincoln. Tell us about this. This sounds great. Food Truck Fridays.
Yeah, this is right up Sip's alley if he's got time. So come out to O Street and 20th parking lot just east of Antelope Valley Parkway in the Telegraph District for
Ooh.
lunch and fun.
Wow.
Every Friday from 11 to 1, you will find a great variety of your favorite food trucks.
Whoa.
We encourage everyone to come out for this event, which runs now through the end of April, and support your local food truck vendors. So for more information, visit lincoln.org.
Well, that is excellent.
That
I'm not
is
joking.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely a possibility. for me.
This city has really impressive food trucks, a variety of them. They're all good.
They do, and I like that they're getting them all in one location. 'Cause
Yeah.
sometimes it's just hard to find unless they're established in one location. But if you don't know about that, it's hard to get there. So yeah, get
That's
them all
sweet.
in one spot.
So about how many you think will be around there?
It's a great question. Maybe I'd
Maybe
go
20, 25, 50?
I'd probably go more that 6, 7, maybe.
Yeah, it'd go like 6 to 10, 15, maybe.
Well, that's plenty.
Still good. A lot of
Yeah.
options, though. That's again the
Wow, that-
Telegraph District launched today, 11 to 1, and every Friday through the end of April.
Yeah, which they might extend.
Yeah, that would be nice to extend it into May.
There you go.
Then you can
Yeah,
go to every,
nicer weather. Yeah.
nicer weather. Sure, absolutely. Okay, Derek. Next up, you as the garage beer man, are you curious about this one? Pour Craft Beer presents Girl Scout cookie and beer pairing.
Yeah, very interesting. It reminds me, was it yesterday with Kevin? You guys had like that
Yeah,
Oreo cookie.
Yeah, it was
beer
like
that-
a double. It was like a double stuffed Oreo, basically. Well,
So,
cookie or beer. Excuse me. From
Excuse
White
me,
Elm.
say that again.
It was basically a double stuffed Oreo beer from White Elm.
We have to start making ourselves clearer. Apparently, we have
Double-
trouble with that in the first
Yeah,
segment.
you said UNO double stuffed Oreo beer, White Elm
Double stuffed Oreo beer.
from White Elm.
Man,
Yeah.
Just give me
So
a-
with,
just
with
give me a
this
Bud
event,
Heavy.
come out. Me too. Come out to Pour Craft Beer and Spirits this Sunday at 3:00 for a one-of-a-kind event. You do not want to miss the return of the most popular event, the Girl Scout cookie and beer pairing. They'll have a perfect pairing with craft beer and cookies, including this year's new cookie flavors. A rep, I'm assuming of age, will be on site as well.
Right, not a Girl
to sell
not a Girl
cookies.
Scout
Yeah,
here.
not a Girl Scout. But so if you guys want to take any cookies home, you can do that. So for more information, visit lincoln.org.
Like it.
We hope it's not a Girl Scout selling the
Please.
beers and the cookies.
My granddaughter is a Boy Scout, Anna, and I said, "Why are you a Boy Scout?" She goes, "I just want to be a Boy Scout." More power to you.
That's awesome.
I know it is. I love it. All right.
Thank you for that.
2022 NSAA championships.
Yes, it's that time of year again where NSAA is in full force of their state championship mode. Last week, we hosted the NSAA bowling championships. Next week, the state swimming and diving championships will occur at the Bob Devaney Sports Center and Auditorium on February 24th through 26th. And then the NSAA boys and girls basketball has a different format this year with the Big Ten Wrestling Championships being in town. Both the boys and girls state tournament will be played March 7th through 12th, with various divisions and classes being played each day throughout the week. For more information and to get tickets for this event, visit nsaahome.org.
Yes, we love the championships high school stuff. It's always fun to bring all the people in the town from across the state.
Absolutely.
The hotels love it.
The hotels love it. The restaurants.
shops, yeah.
Everybody.
It's good.
Last thing, Derek, the Pepsi Pack the House night for women's gymnastics.
Yeah, come out to the Bob Devaney Sports Center on February 26th for Pepsi Pack the House event. The Husker women's gymnastics team will be taking on Michigan at 2:30. Admission and Pepsi products are only $1, so bring the family and enjoy a great event sponsored by Pepsi. For more information, visit Huskers.com.
That's a good deal.
It's a great deal, yeah.
They've had that type of thing before.
Yeah,
went
they
to
do
a-
it all the time. Yeah. Sometimes they even do dollar hot dogs.
Yes, I've been to that.
Sip lives for the dollar hot dogs.
Yeah. I literally do live for that. I love hot
Just
dogs.
as long as they're not Dodger dogs. Then
Oh, I had a big problem with a Dodger dog. Have you ever heard that story?
Can't wait.
No Dodger dog.
No.
The hot dogs here are not Dodger.
I had a
dogs.
Dodger dog in Bricktown.
Oklahoma City.
Yeah, I made a point of it. I mean, me and McKeever were down there covering Big 12 baseball. Nebraska didn't play till Friday, so we said, all right, Thursday we're going to enjoy the action, and I'm going to get a Dodger dog. I got a Dodger dog, and I got violently ill. I mean, violently ill. And I always tell a story about Zach Taylor, the
ZT.
yeah, Zach Taylor. So you know what happens?
Derek's friend,
You know what?
ZT.
Yeah, you know what happens when something like that happens. Like I was the next morning. We were walking to the stadium, and I was soaked in sweat. I looked like Kurt Cobain. I did. I mean,
that's a visual.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a visual.
My shirt was soaked through, and of course, whenever that happens, you always run into a mass of people that want to talk to you, right? So Zach's got his entire extended family with him. So he's introducing me to everybody, and I'm trying to remember names and make small talk, and I feel like I'm going to die.
That's just sweaty profusely.
Yeah. And then I get through it all, and I'm just like out of breath. You know, I'm like, oh, I got to sit down. And I start walking off, and Zach, I hear this sip, and it was Zach, and he comes over and goes, "Hey, are you all right?" I was like, "No, I am not all right. I have violent food poisoning. My boss is making me do this." I called my boss and said, "I can't. I'm a scratch today." And he goes, "No, come on, Sip.
No, you're not.
Come on, Sip. You
Then
can
you're
do
paying
it.
for your own trip.
You can do it, Sip. You can do it." I was like, God. I wrote a column, and I had no idea what came out there.
I hope this made sense.
Yeah, I hope every word was a victory.
You should have said, I started off, I ate a bad Dodger dog, so I apologize if this doesn't make any sense at all.
The critical part of the story is how much I was looking forward to this Dodger dog. I told McKeever for weeks, you know what? I'm going to sit there and eat a Dodger dog because they're a Dodgers affiliate, the Oklahoma City team. I was so excited. And within like an hour, I was like, something's going wrong here. I ate this dog. And McKeever, we got to get back to the hotel. I'm in trouble.
So the question is going to be, did it at least taste good?
I'd say so.
Was it worth the pain?
Yeah.
Was it worth the pain?
You know,
though?
Dodger dogs are really like big. They're long.
Yeah, very long.
They're not big, but they're long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like a foot long or what?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Good
Is
job.
is the bun that long too, or is it just hang out?
That's a very good question.
Because sometimes you have those
They hang out.
foot long that like the bun doesn't
Yeah.
go all the way out there. That's kind of
That's impressive that you knew that.
Well, I've been to Dodgers Stadium, so
How many times
just the one.
to
Watch
see
the Cubs.
Did you?
Yep.
Was it packed?
No, it was. I mean, it was busy.
Did you get a Dodger dog?
I did not. No.
You
Saw-
avoided.
saw
you
many.
avoided
Well, I mean,
illness.
think about it. You got a Dodger. Well, I was just about to say something stupid. They don't ship those Dodger dogs in from LA, I wouldn't think. That's possible, I guess. How does Oklahoma City get its Dodger dog? I should have looked
Harrison,
into
you
that.
got a new task.
I should have looked.
Harrison, please look up how Oklahoma City gets their Dodger
I
dogs.
think it was the Red Hawks, by the way.
Okay.
All right, Derek.
I stole his thunder.
No, you didn't.
The
It was
Thunder.
great.
He was a part of the Thunder. He was great. Derek, always appreciate it.
I
We'll
was
see
feeling
you in
Thunder
2
and-
weeks.
Sounds
Enjoy
good.
Husker baseball tonight, and
Yeah, in your garage.
in the garage.
The Daytona 500 on Sunday.
Whoa,
Oh, that's
whoa.
another garage
This is a
appearance.
huge weekend.
The garage will be busy.
You'll be watching Daytona?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're a doozy.
Top of the hour next on Early Break on the Ticket.
This is your high school minute.
With your Southeast Community College High School Minute, I'm Harrison Arn. In basketball, the Lincoln Lutheran girls team won its first game in the sub-districts over Raymond Central 69-44. Kennedy Ailes scored 20 points for the Crusaders in the win. Their next game will be against Lincoln Christian on Tuesday. In boys basketball over the weekend, Bennington edged out a win over Lincoln Christian, 61-58. Lincoln Christian won against Lord CC, 59-52. Lincoln Southwest rolled Omaha Northwest, 84-63. Helms led Southwest with 17 points. Miller North took down Lincoln Pius X, 67-49. The Hastrader brothers combined for 36 points in the loss. Omaha Central dominated against Lincoln North Star, 74-40. Waverly beat Omaha Gross, 60-51. Harms had a strong night offensively for Waverly with 19 points. In swimming on Saturday, the Lincoln Southwest boys repeated as the Heartland Athletic Conference champion. This has been your High School Minute, sponsored by Southeast Community College, with locations in Lincoln, Beatrice, and Milford. Learn more today at southeast.edu.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Based right here in Lincoln, Mosaic in Southeast Nebraska is part of a nonprofit, whole-person healthcare organization that serves people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Mosaic's mission is to relentlessly pursue opportunities to empower people. By providing truly personalized services, this empowerment ranges from helping someone communicate for the first time to helping another gain enough independence to secure a job. If you would like to learn more about Mosaic in Southeast Nebraska's services or to donate, please go to mosaicinfo.org/Southeast Nebraska.
Did you know your air ducts can hold up to 17 pounds of dirt, dust, pet dander, and so much more? John Henry's is here to help make the air you breathe cleaner with a duct cleaning. If you've never had your ducts cleaned, now is the best time, especially if you have pets, someone in the home with allergies or asthma, or you've ever done a renovation. Find out more at jhlincoln.com or give John Henry's a call or text today.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Are you one of those people who thinks it's okay to drive stoned? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You end up driving below the speed limit? It's no big deal, right? Wrong. The truth is, your reaction times slow way down when you're high. You not only put yourself in danger, but everyone around you. Talk about a buzzkill. Stop kidding yourself. It's not okay to drive high. If you've been using marijuana in any form, do not get behind the wheel. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
When everything is changing, you need a store that's a constant. A store that has the brands your family loves and the value that you need. A store where you can stock up, pick up, and drive up. A store that's close to home and feels like home. A store that puts the health and safety of you and your family above all else. And a store that's always here to help. At Kohl's, we don't know what next year will look like. We just know that we'll be here for you no matter what. Kohl's, here today, here to stay. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Bagels and Joe is ready for winter with white chocolate raspberry cream cheese, great on any bagel. And try a grilled Italian panini for lunch with ham, prosciutto, banana peppers, and provolone on a sun-dried tomato bagel. Bagels and Joe, 4 Lincoln locations.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop. But you just brought a haul of groceries home from the store. It's cool. No one expects you to shop and cook in the same day. So let the flavor experts at Wingstop hook you up with mouth-watering wings, crispy tenders and thighs, fries and sides delivered to your door. You can always cook tomorrow. That's why the fridge was invented. Get it delivered at wingstop.com.
Order online now from the new Wingstop located at 5001 O Street.
Today on Hey Culligan, unnecessary contaminants. Here's the referee.
Hey Culligan, that's a flag on my water for flagrant foul taste.
Ooh, that's a tough one, ref, but the solution is a Culligan Smart RO drinking water system that reduces up to 58 contaminants, making your water safer and delicious.
Yeah, I guess I missed that call.
And with the Culligan Connect app, you always know when your filters need changing.
The water's up and it's good.
Good call, ref, and we're already on the way.
Try a Culligan water softener for just $9.95 per month. Go to CulliganLincoln.com.
Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
And the Lincoln Journal Star's Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
This is Early Break with Sip and Jake. Sponsored by Gaina Trucking.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Friday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Early Break. I'd say it's been a surly show so far on a Friday.
I don't.
Fun, but surly.
I don't agree.
Check out the podcast at theticketfm.com. Harrison is going to, he's writing about the Omaha, I think, UNO or Omaha, which was the main topic of our first hour. What did I hear?
Explain it.
Well,
Explain it.
you were saying that the Big Ten baseball tournament
Is in Omaha this year.
And I think that you said something on top of it. It sounded like you said UN Omaha, like UNO. And so I thought that was Werner Park, which, but then you said, no, downtown Omaha. Okay. Well, I have the audio here.
All right, let's settle this. So you think I said it was at UNO, the Big Ten baseball tournament? No, I didn't say that.
As did the majority of the listeners.
This could be very difficult for me to hear.
Well,
this could be very
I
difficult.
can't pull my computer's freezing, so just give me a second here. Harrison has apparently pulled the audio of the moments of disagreement here.
Yeah, the moment in question.
Yeah,
where
I will get to it.
Where I dispute that I said that the Big Ten tournament was is at UNO or affiliated with UNO or anything about UNO.
And Harrison is keeping a straight face. He's not saying, "Hey, it's you or you" is right here. So I'm curious about how this sounds. I'm trying to delay this. I'm just trying to pull open because my computer's freezing.
After we get this matter resolved, we'll talk about this article that Sean Callahan wrote for HuskerOnline.com. Headline: 2023 is shaping up to be the deepest in-state pool for football talent, high school talent, in 20 years.
Yeah, I look forward to that. Also, on point of stuff, did you see, as I'm trying to buy time to open this stupid thing up,
yes,
because the computer's slow, did you see that NBC Sports is expected to make a major push for Power 5 conferences for the Big Ten, telling Front Office Sports the Big Ten can command fees up to $1.1 billion annually on the open market.
Wow.
NBC views the combination of the Big Ten along with its existing deal with Notre Dame as the perfect 1-2 punch, said one.
Okay, well, that would I mean, when you're talking about $1.1 billion, when you start breaking that down per school, you're going north of 100 million annually.
That's right.
Annually per school. Okay. That is a large share of your revenues.
Yes, it is.
I don't know what the share is, but $100 million injection per year. Come on. I mean, I can remember it wasn't that long ago, Jake, when we were in the $45 million range.
Which is
Nebraska.
still a lot.
Yeah. Excellent. How's your computer doing?
It's getting there. I have opened a file. It's still waiting to load here.
Okay.
So here's the issue to show you how the hot dog's made. We're putting 2 video streams on this computer so you guys can watch it on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. And sometimes that slows the computer down terribly.
Well, it is our show has slowed down.
No,
terribly.
we're fine. We're fine.
Yeah, our show has essentially
grinded
to a halt.
We're not grinding to a halt. Should we get to Jeff on baseball before I
might as well.
I don't have it up yet. It's trying.
We're waiting for your beard to grow over there.
It's growing just fine.
Okay.
Jeff has a comment on baseball real quick. Okay. Is that fine?
Yes.
Okay. Jeff, you're on early break. Go ahead.
Well, actually, before baseball, I wanted to
Jeff.
confirm a little bit that Sip was right yesterday about the Greg Kinn Band and Tommy Two-Tone being kind of intertwined, but it was actually Greg Kinn Band's first hit song, the breakup song, which was a really good song too. And it was about the same time as the Jenny song. And that's why I think Sip had those two guys like linked together. But
Yeah.
Greg Kinban actually had 2 hit songs, Jeopardy and the breakup song.
Okay.
And they were playing
more you know.
simultaneously on top 40 radio, right?
Yeah, it was right around the very early 80s, and those 2 songs were pretty, close in time when they both were out.
Jeff, thank you for that.
That's beautiful.
I'm serious. I'm not joking. It took me back to a wonderful time. Thank you.
Yeah, I actually like the breakup song better than Jeopardy. I love the breakup song.
Maybe that'll make its way to Song of the Day here soon then.
Yeah.
But Jeopardy's a great song.
You should definitely bring that one on.
Okay. Can
All
do.
right.
Baseball. What do you got on baseball?
Just happy to see baseball at least start at at the college level, even though the MLB is having trouble. That's all I got to say.
All right. Yeah, we are happy about it. Hey,
Thank you,
Jeff, thank
Appreciate
you.
that.
Did you hear him clearing that up?
I did.
So I was right about that. You have had trouble with facts lately.
Oh, have I?
Yeah. Accuracy has not been your strong
Well,
suit.
I finally have the clip pulled up here. This is
Okay.
from the first segment.
Okay, this could be painful.
Which caused issues with me because I stared at you and you thought, "What are you staring at, weirdo?"
Yeah.
I heard something weird.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Big Ten baseball tournament, and I thought you said it was hosted by UNO.
I'd never said that.
Which 20 people on the text line also agreed with. Here,
This could be
Here
difficult.
is the moment in question, the audio of it right now. Listening closely to what Sip said.
Could be really exciting here
K-State.
in Nebraska, Omaha, hosting the Big Ten tournament. You know that.
Yeah, I knew that.
I'm clear.
Nebraska Omaha is UNO.
Hosting the Big Ten tournament.
One more
Play
time.
it again. Play it again.
Nebraska.
We have a
Omaha.
major problem.
Nebraska
here.
Omaha
No, we
is
have a
UNO.
No, there's a comma that you're not seeing. There's a comma.
Why would you say it like
There's a
that?
comma.
If you're saying Omaha, Nebraska, you say it like that.
Nebraska. I said, we'll play it again. And then, okay, now I want you to guarantee me something. I want you to guarantee me something. You play this, and then I'm going to explain it before you
Fine.
interject.
Fine. Okay, here's
All right.
the moment in question again from the first hour.
Could be really exciting here in Nebraska, Omaha, hosting the Big Ten tournament. You know that.
Yeah, I knew that.
Omaha hosting the Big Ten tournament.
You clarified it, but you said
I did.
Nebraska.
No,
Omaha. That
Nebraska,
indicates
comma.
UNO.
What? Would you please let me explain?
Sorry.
I said Nebraska is hosting. What I meant is Nebraska is hosting, and then I caught myself. No, not Nebraska. Omaha is hosting. So there's a comma that you didn't see.
I didn't. Oh yeah. Sorry, I couldn't see your audible comma in there.
There is a unspoken comma that people.
Okay. Oh, the
should
people
be able,
need to see
yeah,
the
that people-
comma that was
Yeah.
spoken here.
I caught myself is what I did. Nebraska hosting. Well, I should say Omaha is hosting. It turned out it sounded like hosting the Big Ten. Omaha, hosting the Big Ten.
I'll try it again.
Nebraska, Omaha.
That's UNO. That's why the people are confused. That's why I was confused,
Yeah.
and I think I've won the matter here.
I don't know.
You can't explain a comma
I
to
don't-
people that need to hear it like that.
Harrison,
step on the mic here.
Yeah, Harrison, we
You can
need
pick
to
a side here.
This is a
Harrison.
mediator.
This is important. You can pick a side.
This
If it's
is-
Sip's side, it's fine. If it's mine, just know that the text line agreed with me that they thought you said UNO.
You're trying to
Nebraska,
sway the
Omaha.
mediator right now. I mean,
Harrison,
Yeah,
you
I think Sip's in the clear.
I said
If you look at the
Say
text
that
line
again.
now, the text line's saying that Sip's clear.
clear,
but in
Jake.
the moment they were confused.
Clear.
Now that you've
There was
clarified,
confusion. It was confusing because you did have Nebraska, Omaha. You had to confuse people
Yeah,
there,
you
but
confused me. So now
you didn't say UNO.
You didn't say UNO, but Nebraska Omaha would indicate UNO. Okay, Harrison says you're clear. It's fine.
Okay.
I
Thank you,
say you're
Harrison.
not.
Sorry, Jake.
Harrison's
No,
fine.
don't say. You don't need to apologize.
Don't
You're the
apologize.
mediator.
There's two sides here. You don't need to
Yeah.
apologize to
One
me.
thing
Thank
you don't want to
Harrison.
get in the habit of doing, Harrison, is apologizing when you don't need to. No apologies. You made the call. Good call.
All right, thank you, Harrison. Investigative work over there by Harrison Arns.
Good
a
job.
Wonderful EP
Thank you.
producer.
Harrison Arns.
Yes, Arns. Arens.
Yes.
Okay.
Drives a top fuel dragster. Heard it coming
you
in
can,
today.
You can hear it from 6 miles away. Literally 6 miles away. He said, "What's going on?" That's just Harrison's car. All right. So yeah, we talked about the media deal for the NBC making a push for the Big Ten's rights.
That is a major story. I mean, to add to pair the Big Ten with Notre Dame in a TV rights deal for over $1 billion. I mean, man. And then, and
wouldn't at that point Notre Dame start to consider joining the conference?
I don't know what that means. No, I don't think
isn't that a way to join them up there?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I don't know that I don't know.
Notre Dame has had NBC all to their loans.
I know, but Notre Dame values it's the word I'm looking for. Identity. Notre Dame likes the place it's in. Okay. They do. As an independent, it values its independence. That's the word I was looking for. You're not in that world. I mean, you're not a Notre Dame alum.
I am not.
You don't live in South Bend. You don't even ponder Notre Dame very often. But if you did, you would understand that Notre Dame values its independence. A lot of that fan base is not going to just surrender it over an injection of cash. There's cash already. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay. All right.
Now, do we need to talk about this recruiting thing?
I kind of wanted to. Yeah. Sean Callahan pointed out from Husker Online that
it's pretty interesting.
The 2023 in-state class of Nebraska, in Nebraska, is maybe the strongest it's been in 20 years, or I'd say 19 years at this point. Since 2004, it had 8 players with 3 stars plus in the state. Right now, as of today, there are 8 players in the state for 2023 that are rated by Rivals a 3-star or better. Mm-hmm. And so, oftentimes the competition around here, and it's mostly true, is that in-state talent just is not good. There's not enough players in state for Nebraska to really just have a whole roster that's from the state of Nebraska. That's why they become a national recruiting team. They were obviously forever. In the 90s, you got great players from all over the country, but you did get players also from this region. My question is do you want to see a strong emphasis for 2023 of Nebraska getting these players to stay in state?
Well, of course you do. I mean,
but
there's never been a lack of emphasis.
Deshaun Woods goes out of the state this past year. Micah Riley Ducker goes out of state from this past class.
Caden
Helms, Woods, Donovan.
Listen, okay. I got it right here. Deshaun Woods ended up at Wyoming. He's the number one player in the class of 2022. Okay. Deshaun Woods didn't stay. Caden Helms, the number 2 player in the class of 2022, went to Oklahoma. Micah Riley Ducker, the number 3 player in the class of 2022, went to Auburn. Devin Jackson,
thank you for fixing that.
The class of 2022 4-star player went to Oregon. Nebraska got the number 5 player in the Rivals rankings, Ernest Hausman from Columbus. Now, now what you're doing here is what I'm taking issue with. You're saying there was a lack of emphasis on wanting these guys. I don't buy that. I mean, I'm not suggesting that the recruiting was perfect or whatever, but Deshaun Woods made it pretty clear he wasn't going to go to Nebraska. I don't equate that to a lack of emphasis.
Well,
I know what I'm doing right now. I'm lasting into my reputation as the program apologist. Hello. But it's probably, irritates you to a certain extent, which is fine. But no, I don't believe it. Caden Helms, Mike. Okay, Jake, can you just think of it this way? Caden Helms is a tight end, went to Oklahoma. Micah Riley Ducker is a tight end, went to Auburn. What did Nebraska have on its roster?
They tight ends.
They have Vokalek and Thomas Fedoni, the number 1 tight end in the state. Or, excuse me, in the country.
In the country.
Yeah, in his recruiting class. Yeah. Do you think that maybe had an effect?
It may have had an effect, yeah.
I mean, Nebraska was loaded at tight end, still pretty much loaded at tight end. And maybe those guys decide to go somewhere else. I feel like sometimes you gotta defend this a little bit. I don't think that Frost and his staff stiff-armed these guys, Jake.
Well, the good news is, okay, if you
so when you just throw around lack of emphasis, you want to see Nebraska put more emphasis. That's suggesting a lack of emphasis.
Let's look at 2023 for a second, because it's been a good start for Nebraska on 2023.
I'm sorry.
If you look at Rivals, the top 5, there's 8 players that are 3 stars and above, but the top 5 right now, 2 of them are committed to Nebraska. 3 of them are undecided. Right now, as of today, Malachi Coleman of Lincoln East is the number 1 player in the state
How about
for
that?
2023.
How about that, by the way?
4-star. He's an athlete here, but he's a receiver, plays defensive back also.
How about 6'5"?
Yep.
180.
4-star.
4-star.
The number 2 player, Gunnar Gatula from Lincoln Southeast, is a Nebraska commit as of last summer.
Right.
Okay. Ben Brahmer from the tight end from Pierce, number 3 in the state, 3-star.
Another, as
Committed.
Now listen, Brahmer is going to be a good one.
That's where Matt Herring came from, was Pierce.
Yes.
It's a tight end factory in Pierce, Nebraska. He committed last April. Then the next 2, Maverick Noonan, defensive end from Elkhorn South, undecided so
They'll
far.
get Noonan. They'll get Noonan.
And then Sam Sledge, a guard from Creighton Prep, a 6'4", 270.
They'll get Sam Sledge. I'd say that is a 99.999.9 chance.
I'm reading you. I'm seeing the winks and the read. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so what we've just established is that in the class of 2023, of the top 5 players in the Rivals rankings from Nebraska, top 5 players, they are. My guess is they're going to get 4. They're going to get 4 of the 5 almost no matter what. Okay, I can say that right now. And Malachi Coleman, they're going to have a good chance to get. They might
get all 5.
They might sweep it.
And you know what? That'd
Mr.
be
Lack of emphasis.
And that would be awesome. I'd be celebrating over here. For playing it for your home.
Totally
right?
agree with you, Jake.
I don't know if there's there's not always pride involved when you get a player coming from somewhere else. They obviously want to win.
No, you're right.
But how has been so proud for so long? It's down right now. Can I be part of the class that lifts it back on its feet?
What I really yes, I
that
totally
makes
agree.
the in-state thing
I think
matter.
it matter. Yeah,
it makes it matter.
But it's never not matter. That's what I'm saying.
But this again, if you got all 5 of those guys compared to this past year, well, I understand, like you said, tight ends. It's tough to get Riley Ducker and Helms because you're already packed.
And Devin Jackson explained, I'd never been a Nebraska fan. He can't. His mom and dad were.
And I'm not mad
Illinois.
at him for that, but that's what I'm saying. This would be great if you get all 5. That indicates, hey, man, the end does still sell in the state.
Okay,
right?
Yeah,
that's what people want to hear. They're sick of losing good talent to other schools.
It's fair. Yeah,
I mean, we just saw Iowa take Noah Fant, make him a first-round pick from your backyard in Omaha.
Yeah, a 5-for-5 sweep of the top 5 Nebraska players in the class of 2023 would be a real strong optic, particularly for a program that struggled, Nebraska.
Right.
Now, I would like to see a few more offensive linemen in these discussions, but there's 2 in this one. That's good.
Yes.
Gunnar Gatula, you mentioned, and Sam Sledge, who has a 99.999% chance. Nebraska has a 99.9995 chance of getting a verbal commitment from Sam Sledge, who, by the way, is the son of Bob Sledge, who was an all Big 8 offensive lineman at Nebraska when I was in school. Bob.
Whoa.
Yeah, Bob was a
You
really
feel
good
aged
player.
now?
No, I don't. Not at all. Class of 2022, of the top 5, there was only 1 lineman. He left. That we mentioned Deshaun Woods. Class of 2021, Nebraska's top 5 had Teddy Prohaska. Just 1 lineman. I'd just like to see more linemen in these top 5s. They got Prohaska, and they're counting on him. I mean, Teddy's not going to be around. He's not going to practice with Nebraska this spring because of he's recovering from the knee injury suffered last October, but he's oh man, he's big in that program. That's an important piece of that program.
Going back to this past class and the issues people have with not getting as much in-state talent to come here, someone points out that Nebraska did take a tight end from Minnesota and didn't take any of these Helms or Riley Ducker.
Well, would you just be careful how you frame up the conversation? Didn't take suggest that they
did they choose? Okay, yeah. Did those guys just say I don't want to come to Nebraska?
Yes,
Riley Ducker and Helms.
Yeah, they didn't take Androff over
Chase Androff.
Yeah, they didn't take
Minnesota.
Chase Androff over these other guys, Micah Riley Ducker and Caden Helms. That's not the way it works.
Greg from Myrtle Beach chimes in.
Okay.
He says Fedoni's been hurt, and don't teams play two tight ends usually in a game? Anyways?
Nebraska does at times, yeah.
Look what Iowa did. They had Hawkinson and Fant at the same time.
Yeah,
Two
Nebraska
first-round
doesn't
picks.
run the same offense as Iowa, as you understand.
I know that.
Yeah.
But they did try to make tight end more important last year. Austin Allen was a vital part of the offense last season.
I'm
vital.
just suggesting that if you were Caden Helms or Micah Riley Ducker, you might have looked at Nebraska's situation and said they got their number one tight end, Thomas Fedoni. And they still have Vokalek. And they got AJ Rollins. They got Ben Bramer coming. They're pretty well. I mean, I don't know why are we worried about tight end?
No.
And by the way, Chris Hickman is a player to watch in that program. Chris Hickman is a player to watch. They really like Hickman. Okay. So what?
Jeremy has a prediction on the text line.
Jeremy has spoken.
Jeremy, he says, my prediction, there's going to be a couple of Stephen M. Sipple articles over the next couple years over the big horse L.J. Richardson from Bellevue West who committed to Wyoming.
Big running back?
Big horse. He's
Is he a big running back?
Big horse.
L.J. Richardson. All right, I'll look into that.
Someone else says, you are wrong, Sip. Nobody wants to play at Nebraska. They went elsewhere because we suck.
Well, I mean, the record's the record, and that definitely affects the conversation. It does. And it's what's happened over the course of time. Not necessarily, I mean, obviously what's happened in the last 3 years is a contributor, but it's what's happened over the course of years now that's affected this conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have grandkids that didn't really grow up Nebraska football fans. Okay. They just didn't. There's a lot of kids around that just didn't, they just weren't that into it because they weren't winning like they were winning when you were a kid and when I was a kid. Right? Conversations changed. But I would say Nebraska, I mean, we just established, Jake, that in this class of 2023, I think the biggest takeaway is Nebraska's got a great chance to sweep the top 5 players in the state. That doesn't sound like a crisis to me.
No, that would be a nice sight for sore eyes.
Are your eyes sore?
They are sore. I gotta rub them. Clean them up.
Well, I'm glad we established that I was correct on the UNO thing.
No, if you
Thank you, Harrison.
You didn't say UNO.
We got to have a Harrison. Do we have time for Harrison to?
Oh yeah, we didn't do his Tom Petty song.
Can we do that when we come back?
Yeah.
Can we do that?
We'll do Tom Petty karaoke with Harrison.
Okay.
Next on early break on the ticket. Lastly, before break, guys, I've been telling you for a long time about craft axe throwing and how it's a great time for all parties, big or small, and beginners or experts. It's a lot of fun on the 13 throwing lanes. They've got private events for groups of all sizes, and it provides a truly memorable afternoon or evening for everyone in your party. Craft Axe Throwing has a stock bar and multiple TVs to watch all the different games. To schedule your next corporate or social event or for more information on their leagues and events, call them today at 402-802-9696. Again, that's Craft Axe Throwing at 18th and N in Lincoln.
Alanos businesses need reliable communication, both at the office and at home. Now more than ever. Just listen to Bill Mitchner from Lighthouse.
Before we'd have break. And service
is our business. To get your free quote and switch today, visit allofiber.com/workfast or call 402-480-6685 today.
Bagels and Joe is ready for winter with white chocolate raspberry cream cheese, great on any bagel. And try a grilled Italian panini for lunch with ham, prosciutto, banana peppers, and provolone on a sun-dried tomato bagel. Bagels and Joe, 4 Lincoln locations.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticket.fm. ticketfm.com.
You spend more time in your garage than outdoors in the wintertime. Isn't it time to get it organized? Call Travis at Classic Garage Solutions for his variety of organization packages. Turn your garage from a cluttered mess to a clean, organized space that'll be the envy of the neighborhood and something you can be proud of. You don't need to bring the same clutter from last year into the new year. Travis has storage options for cabinets, monkey bar shelving, or slat wall, and more. Call Classic Garage Solutions today at 402-730-1638. Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $22.07 per hour and other select jobs starting at $23.77 per hour, with wages growing up to $29.71 per hour. Continental also has salaried jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Sunny, breezy, but very mild. We'll top out at 58. A west-northwest wind could gust over 25 at times. We'll see mainly clear skies tonight with a low dropping down to 16. Cooler tomorrow, a high of around 46, but by Sunday, we could be right back into the 60s. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. But our part-time service in the Army National Guard means we get to be more. When our communities are in need, we get the chance to stand up and do something about it. We get to serve in our own region and help the people we call neighbors. Whether they are in the mountains of New Mexico, the plains of Nebraska and Kansas, the ranches of Oklahoma and Texas, the farmlands of Missouri and Arkansas, or the bayous of Louisiana, we are here for our hometowns. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Nebraska Army National Guard. Aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association at this station.
This
Well, good morning, little brother.
is Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It has been a crazy show today. I think it's been a little weird, but we're here
Crazy in a
still.
good way.
Yeah, it's fun.
I mean, what we're doing right now isn't exactly hard-hitting sports radio.
Right. Well, I teased before the break when we come back, we're going to have Tom Petty karaoke with Harrison.
Harrison, get ready. Get to the mic.
Here's the problem right now.
Oh, we have a problem.
No, it's not a problem. We can do it. So when I don't have a song ready to go, I look up the lyrics so I can play it. So I know where I'm at with the song on YouTube. There's no of this current song you're going to bring up. There's no like lyrics out there on YouTube for it.
Oh, there's not.
So I don't know when it's going to start, like the actual song.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Kind of.
Like I could play the whole song, but I would like to have it queued up to where the actual lyrics are.
Harrison, our EP, our 22-year-old EP who looks like Tom Petty. And you would say looks like he could be a son of Tom Petty, right?
Yeah.
If he told
the
people,
offspring of Tom Petty.
Yeah, if he told people that he was the son of Tom Petty, nobody would dispute it. They'd say, "Oh yeah, you do look like Tom." The song that in question here is "Friend of the Devil," which isn't an original Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers song. It's a remake, but it's a really strong one.
By the Grateful Dead, right?
I think so. I think it's
first-
been done by multiple
I think
people.
they did the first version.
Okay, original.
Yeah.
I really am I like songs that have a very strong opening line, and this song has a really good hook. It's a really good hook. It hooks you in.
I like this song. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Harrison, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, now you got to commit this. You got to commit these words to memory. It's just 2 lines. It's not hard. When I lit out from Reno, I was trailed by 20 hounds. Harrison, listen to me. When I went out excuse me.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jake. When I lit out from Reno, I was trailed by 20 hounds.
When I lit out from Reno, I was trailed by 20 hounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Tom Petty.
I gotta find that
karaoke. Go.
When I lit out from Reno, I was followed by 20 hounds.
How'd that sound?
I think I butched the second line.
No, it's okay. You're fine on it.
Close enough.
No,
I don't know if I have.
That's close.
Came around. Well, I lit out from Reno. I was trailed by 20 hounds.
That's pretty good, Harrison. That was pretty solid.
All right.
Not bad.
The hardest part
Played
is
it
the
again.
bass, so I'll
Can you
take
play that again?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay.
Can you get it again?
Sure.
Well, I lit out from Reno. I was trailed by 20 hounds.
Harrison did a pretty good job.
Not
with that.
bad. I'd give him
give
a
up-
7.5. 7.5.
I was to go 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
7.5.
He's got
I'll
it
take
nailed
it.
down. He's got the twang. He's got the look. Like he is. This is Tom Petty
Yeah.
in our presence.
Yeah,
here.
I'm not joking about this. I think we should have Harrison grow out his hair and make it just, you got to do it. It's mandatory.
How does he wear his hair? Does he just comb it back? I don't even
No,
know.
it's long.
It's
It's
long.
just
You
long
got
and
you got to
back.
grow it down to here to
Yeah.
your shoulders,
Oh, man.
basically.
You got to keep it
Oh,
rolling.
man.
You got
Alright.
you got to commit the long flow.
Yeah. That would be interesting. Harrison with that long flow would be a really interesting look. It
It's
wouldn't
gonna
be
be just
bad.
a nasty bowl cut for a while, but we'd get there.
Yeah, it would
Sounds
be.
like Petty. It's just something Tom Petty would say right
yeah,
there.
I think he's a relative here. I think you have a connection with the late great Tom Petty.
All right, go back to your business.
Thank you,
Hey,
Harrison.
Harrison, thank you.
Please,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
thank
bet.
you, Harrison.
Yeah.
That was wonderful.
Yeah.
Corey in Lincoln says, I love Harrison, but that was horrendous. It was not horrendous. It was not.
Corey.
I just played the audio. It was pretty good.
It was a 7.5.
And Corey also says, this is a Grateful Dead song. You can't find a Petty original.
Well, hey Corey, I just really like the remake by Petty and the Heartbreakers live. It's one of my favorite songs, probably top 10. That song is incredible.
You're going to put that song in the top 10?
Yes, I
It's
am
not
putting
his
that
song.
Well, I like
I
it.
just think that is disrespectful to Tom Petty.
I think that's
for
ridiculous.
who had
you
this
to say that.
incredible
That's
catalog.
ridiculous
No,
to say.
No,
Yes, it is. I'm putting this song in my top 10, and that's disrespectful to
his
Tom
song.
Petty. It doesn't matter.
when you put together a top 10
art.
song for someone with that type of catalog,
It's
you do
art.
their own song, not a
There's
remake.
no rules on that.
There's rules.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Tom Petty's catalog is massive.
You need to calm down.
I'm not going to calm down. on
There's
this.
no
If
rules
you do a
on
top 10, it can't be of a legend like
What-
Tom
what-
Petty.
why
You
you-
can't put a
that.
cover in your
What kind of
top 10.
parameters are you setting? I mean, it's weird.
His song. This was his version of a different someone's song that was already
It's a
written.
strange thing to take.
You
issue
know my thoughts on people getting popular over cover songs, and Tom Petty did not do that. That's
I
not
got you. I understand your sentiment,
That
but
has
it's a
always
strange
been-
thing to take issue with. We have a caller.
464-5685 call or text us. This show has been off the rails for a Friday. Pretty off the rail. We've gotten somewhere today.
Mhm.
Just having some fun. You gotta keep it fun in the off season here. Let's see what this caller's about.
We've talked about some stuff.
We have, yeah. We did we talked about the 2023 recruiting class last segment about how
In-state.
it it's the best in 19 years probably for 2023.
Yeah, and Nebraska's had a great 3-year run of talent. Now, some people are going to see. It's interesting. Jake, listen to me. Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Nebraska's had a pretty strong 3-year run of in-state talent, and you think historically people are going to look back and say, "Man, Nebraska had a strong 3-year run of talent, but the program was down." Now, but you always got to remember, you can't. Nebraska's not the kind of state. It's not like Georgia, where you can just fill your roster with people from the region. Nebraska's not that way. I mean, strong in-state talent doesn't necessarily equate to a strong run of seasons by the program, because you can't live on that talent. It fortifies your roster, but you can't rely on it completely. You understand?
I get that.
Okay.
Be nice to have just hundreds of players. like
It'd be
Georgia
nice.
has.
It'd be nice.
Hundreds.
It'd be nice to have, you know what would be nice to have? A situation like Wisconsin where it can lean pretty hard into in-state recruiting of offensive linemen.
Got big dudes up there.
You can't really even do that here, though. I mean, it's not. I mean, if you just look at the most recent classes,
no,
you did get Teddy Prohaska, but it's not like a lot of those guys in the top 5s are offensive linemen. But you're getting 2 in this. You're getting 2 in this class. Gatulin,
Sledge,
most likely Sledge,
Champ Sledge.
Yeah, 2 of the top 5 for sure are offensive linemen. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. Before we get to the game show, I saw yesterday that Deshaun Watson, the beleaguered quarterback with
Let's go embattled.
Embattled. They both work. Embattled.
Okay.
Embattled quarterback for the Houston Texans apparently would like to play for either the Minnesota Vikings next year or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, he still is the defendant in 22 civil cases filed by women in 4 states alleging sexual assault or inappropriate behavior during massage sessions here. That's what he's facing.
Mm-hmm.
But
what?
If any of that gets cleared, he's in the clear for 2022. I assume he's not with the Texans, obviously, number one. Doesn't the Bucs make the most sense here?
Yes.
Like yes. Tom Brady delivered you to the second round of playoffs. That team could have won it all. They had injuries to Chris Godwin that hurt them. They had injuries all over the place that hurt that team. They still have, I think, another run left in them.
Yes.
With the talent they have. And
Oh,
Deshaun
yeah,
Watson, right now, today, the quarterback for the Buccaneers is Kyle Trask. That's their guy.
Kyle Trask, help me with where
he's a Florida quarterback. He went to Florida.
Oh, that's right. Trask was pretty good at Florida.
That's what. Yeah. Okay, but he hasn't played the NFL.
No,
That's
you'd rather have
mop-up duty.
Yeah, you'd rather have Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson gets you're right back to contending for a Super Bowl.
I don't know. It's interesting that you mentioned Trask because now I'm thinking about the game. I saw a lot of Trask during the pandemic season because why? Because Nebraska didn't start its season until whenever it was late.
That was late October.
Yeah, and you were seeing some SEC games early, right? So I got a chance to watch Trask in 2 or 3 games. Now he's a big, strong arm guy, Jake.
I know that, and there's actually optimism about how good he might be, but he hasn't played. Deshaun Watson is a certified superstar.
Mm-hmm. You're right. Yeah, I mean, you'd rather have Deshaun
who
Watson.
didn't battle injuries this year because he didn't play at all.
Oh, that'd be
he's going to go in fully healthy.
Just to slide him into that situation in Tampa, yeah, that seems like a wonderful situation. Now, I don't know what Minnesota has at skill positions.
Oh, they got skill. I mean, they've got
okay.
Justin Jefferson. They've got Dalvin Cook. They've got, if they keep him, Adam Thielen at receiver.
they
They've
got a
got
lot.
some dudes. And Kirk Cousins had a good year, but still was short of the playoffs.
So maybe it's not just a runaway discussion. Bucks are the clear choice here. They're both good choices, is what I'd say. But I think if you're Deshaun, I don't know. Now, here's the thing. Does he want to go follow that Brady legend?
I think you wouldn't mind following that since it's set up for success. You have Mike Evans. You've got maybe Chris Godwin back, possibly. You've still got, Gronk would maybe stay with them if Deshaun goes there.
Leonard Fournette back there.
Fournette, I think, will move on,
Really?
and we'll see what the running backs
He'll
like.
move on again.
Yeah. But I think they'll have still their offensive line, which was very strong this year.
Yeah.
So a lot of reasons to consider.
Good organization.
Yeah, Bruce Arians.
Yeah,
good coach.
The GM's from Lincoln too.
That's
we
right,
should
Jason
mention.
Light.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Let's
Well, he's
play the
from
game
Fremont.
show.
I'm gonna say he's from Fremont.
He's from Nebraska.
Yeah.
464-5685. Call the Nick Down Sip in trivia. He has battled back from an 0-2 start to the week to get back to 500. Can you finish off the week with 3 straight wins and make it a winning week? It's Film Friday. We all know you struggle with that. So we'll see if you struggle with today. Today, Eddie Murphy is our topic. If you think you know your Eddie Murphy movies, call us up right now at 402-464-5685. Shut Up Simple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Nick Down Sip in trivia. How do you feel today about Eddie Murphy movies?
Well, I don't watch a lot of comedies. Has he been in any
You
serious
just watched
movies?
the comedy the other week, though, you told us about on the air, which was hilarious.
Yeah.
Barry Monday.
Yeah,
That's
Barry
not,
Monday.
That's not Eddie Murphy, but it is
No.
a comedy, though.
Yeah. How did you like that? You saw a scene
I
of
saw
it.
a scene that was downright hysterical. That's all I can say.
Barry Monday. Hey, Barry Monday's a movie out there. If you're looking for movies this weekend, give Barry Monday a try.
Is it on Netflix? Where'd you
Well,
find it?
I don't know what Trix was watching it on.
Okay, well, just you can find it.
Yeah.
Monday with a U, not the actual.
Yeah. Barry Monday with a U.
Munday. There we go. Phil, how do you feel about Eddie Murphy movies today?
I feel pretty good.
All
All right, Phil. Thanks for calling. We appreciate that.
Bet.
All right, Phil, first question goes to you. What 1983 movie features Eddie Murphy as a street con artist who finds his position reversed with a snobbish investor as part of a bet by two millionaires?
Trading Places.
Trading Places is correct. Would you have had that one?
50-50 on that.
Well, what's 50-50? What are you going to guess otherwise?
I think I might have got it.
Okay. Well, this is your chance to tie it up. Your first question, Sip. Here we go. What 1984 movie features Eddie Murphy as a freewheeling Detroit police officer pursuing a murder investigation but finds himself dealing with the different culture of Southern California?
Was that with Bruce Willis?
I'm not going to tell you who's in.
Okay, describe it again.
84 movie, freewheeling Detroit police officer who pursues a murder investigation but finds himself dealing with the different culture of Southern California.
So it's not Trading Places.
That was just the first answer. Cannot be the same answer twice. Phil is laughing at you.
Saw
as he
the
should
movie.
be.
This is amazing. I saw the movie.
5 seconds. Phil is cackling.
I think. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. There was a great bar fight.
You have
scene.
5 seconds to answer the question. 5, 4.
Oh, I got
3.
nothing. I got nothing. I don't even have a guess. There was a great bar fight in that movie, though.
Phil, do you want that?
Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah. Hey, Phil, was there a great bar fight in that movie?
I think you're thinking of a different movie.
Double whammy. Got the answer right, and no, I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay, Phil, to put this game to rest, your last question for a 3-0 sweep. What 1988 movie features Eddie Murphy as a pampered African prince who travels to New York to go undercover to find a wife whom he can respect for her intelligence and her will?
Coming to America.
And that, my friends, is a blowout. 3-0. Phil wins. We'll get your bagels. Thanks for calling in, Phil, and call in down the road.
You bet. Hey, Sip, I think you might be thinking of 48 Hours with Nick Nolte and
yeah.
Eddie Murphy.
Hey, Phil, that's what I am thinking about. You're right. Thank you. Same movie, though, right? Basically.
No, I don't think so.
Sure.
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 Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, that's
Phil.
the right answer.
Thank you, Phil.
I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
All right, have a good one, guys.
Yeah, you guys. You too, Phil.
Way to go, Phil.
Yeah,
He
set
got
me
all
straight.
3 questions right and set you straight on what you thought was the movie, but it was
He
not.
should get 2 boxes of bagels.
Well, we will deliver him one courtesy of a courier, Eagle Delivery, the official courier of 93.7. The ticket will get him a business box of bagels from Bagels and Joe. Tough loss today, but you never really had a chance. Can we at least do this? You can't be that far off on this one.
Okay.
How old is Eddie Murphy?
Okay.
Tiebreaker.
Yeah, let's do this. He's older than me. I'm 55. He must be 64.
How about 60 on the dot?
Ooh, not. I thought
6-0.
60. So not a terrible guess.
No, like the other guesses were, but you didn't even guess on Beverly Hills Cop. I mean,
That's pretty sad.
Part of the answer was in the question. I said Southern California police officer.
That's pretty
Beverly
sad.
Hills Cop.
That's pretty sad.
It's a pretty good.
Beverly Hills Cop in 48 hours. What was it? 48 hours?
That's what Phil was saying.
I mean, wouldn't you say those are pretty similar movies?
I don't know. I haven't seen them. I can't see. I
haven't?
went on one today.
Interesting. You just admitted you wouldn't have got either of those.
I would have had the first one. I would have had Coming to America. I would have had 3 of them.
You know what it's time for? Okay, can I do the tease?
Yeah.
It's time for the spillover where we will ask Jay Foreman about O'Shawn Mathis, who has Nebraska. He's the TCU pass rusher in the transfer portal who has Nebraska in his top 5. Jay has watched O'Shawn Mathis and has some thoughts.
That's next.
DP will be here as well.
That's next on Early Break in the Ticket.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $22.07 per hour and other select jobs starting at $23.77 per hour, with wages growing up to $29.71 per hour. Continental also has salaried jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today. You spend more time in your garage than outdoors in the wintertime. Isn't it time to get it organized? Call Travis at Classic Garage Solutions for his variety of organization packages. Turn your garage from a cluttered mess to a clean, organized space that'll be the envy of the neighborhood and something you can be proud of. You don't need to bring the same clutter from last year into the new year. Travis has storage options for cabinets, monkey bar shelving, or slat wall, and more. Call Classic Garage Solutions today at 402-730-1638.
Did you know your air ducts can hold up to 17 pounds of dirt, dust, pet dander, and so much more? John Henry's is here to help make the air you breathe cleaner with a duct cleaning. If you've never had your ducts cleaned, now is the best time, especially if you have pets, someone in the home with allergies or asthma, or you've ever done a renovation. Find out more at jhlincoln.com or give John Henry's a call or text today.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
Bagels and Joe is ready for winter with white chocolate raspberry cream cheese, great on any bagel. And try a grilled Italian panini for lunch with ham, prosciutto, banana peppers, and provolone on a sun-dried tomato bagel. Bagels and Joe, 4 Lincoln locations.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Need to send a message? Send it with cake. Congratulations. Here's a congratulations chocolate rum cake from Beatrice Bakery. Thank you. Say thank you with an amaretto cake. I'm sorry that I accidentally hit your mailbox with my car as I was backing out of the driveway and then continued right into your prized petunias. You say that with a lemon drop cake. Everybody knows that. Beatrice Bakery in downtown Beatrice or online at beatricebakery.com. Here to help you say whatever it is you need to say. Welcome to our world of yum.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Sunny, breezy, but very mild. We'll top out at 58. A west-northwest wind could gust over 25 at times. We'll see mainly clear skies tonight with a low dropping down to 16. Cooler tomorrow, a high of around 46, but by Sunday, we could be right back into the 60s. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay. Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover with DP and Jay Foreman. Morning, gentlemen.
We have some breaking news.
And what is that?
It's Jay Foreman's birthday.
And I was ready for that right here.
Oh, no, y'all did, man. What's wrong with
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
Yeah, this is nice.
You wondered for his birthday today. Happy birthday, young man.
Hey man, you only turned 40 once. You know.
Is that right? Is that right?
Or
8 times.
There we go.
Or 8 times.
Yeah.
We didn't have cupcakes or anything.
We did.
for him.
Maybe Mark. We got donuts over there though.
Yeah, you can have one of those donuts. You
Oh,
can have half a donut.
I appreciate it.
Well, happy
We
birthday.
went big for you.
Hey,
Actually, Dan.
It's just
from-
it's just
Dan
a
from-
thought that counts.
No, Dan from Canopy dropped off a sealed full bottle of bourbon for you.
Oh,
Who dropped that
No,
off?
it's not getting open.
Dan Swanson from Canopy
I
Market.
appreciate it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I will
full,
put it to good use.
unbroken. It's like
Nice.
unsealed, You
You gotta watch out for Rico and company.
Yeah,
Rico will
sneaky.
steal your bourbon.
Yeah,
Rico steals your bourbon?
Rico's the bourbon stealer.
Is he really?
Oh, they got me. They got me good the other day.
Really?
Somebody dropped off a bottle of bourbon that miraculously and showed up the next morning 2/3 full. I was like,
All
what is-
within-
Miraculously.
All
It's like,
within an
what is-
hour.
Yeah.
And everybody said, "I don't know." That's the best part about it.
Well, I told you
I
I
wouldn't
had
have
some,
guessed
but I didn't
Rico
know what the
doing that.
situation was.
It was Mark and Rico and Jake, and like, it was the
Yeah,
full
I
crew.
walk in at 2:00. Someone says, "You want some bourbon?" I'm like, sure, I guess. I wasn't here when the bourbon was delivered previously, so I should be in the clear here. I was just offered bourbon by Mark.
How about you own up to it?
I'm owning
They
up. that
brought
I
him in
did
as
drink
an
the bourbon.
accomplice.
I guess I'm an accomplice, not knowing.
Jake
what
was the
to-
getaway driver.
Yeah.
Hey, Jake, I need a ride. And
Yeah.
okay, I'll pick you up. What'd you just do? I just robbed
Enjoying
the
a
bank.
nice-
And the first thing he said was, "Jake did it."
Yeah.
Jake drank some.
So what do you do on your birthday besides the show with DP? Old school.
He goes to,
nothing.
a basketball game.
So I'll go to a I'll probably maybe go to the basketball game tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta go see Maryland. Nebraska, Maryland.
Nebraska,
8
Maryland.
p.m. tip off at PBA.
That's
we didn't
right.
talk about that either.
I had a nice little visit last night with the Maryland folks.
You did?
Yeah, Danny and Chris Nocky, who is
Danny Manning?
Danny Manning.
Danny Manning.
And the
Who
Miracles.
is-
Yeah.
Danny and Miracles.
Well, I mean,
How's he doing?
He's good. Johnny Holiday, the legendary voice of the Terps.
in town.
In town. Chris Nocky, who is one of the great DC basketball talents ever. That's his analyst.
Chris
and,
Nocky.
And I actually coached Nocky's son in high school.
Chris Nocky. I'm trying to. What era are we talking about?
80s.
80s.
He's
I
our
should
age.
remember.
He's
that.
our age.
Is he?
Yeah, he's our age. So
He a white dude?
Chandler, yeah.
I think I do remember him.
Yeah.
Remember him?
I do.
Oh,
I
he
think I
was,
do.
he
I'm
was
not
a
joking.
bucket. He was a bucket. He was a
I think
bucket.
I do remember.
So we chatted a little bit. And they made it clear how similar the programs are at this very moment.
Should be a good game.
That was
yeah.
probably a pleasant conversation, man.
Oh, it was
Should be a good
They
game.
definitely feel your pain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. They were explaining their big man who sometimes catches well, sometimes doesn't. Also, often has giraffe legs and they're not real sure what's going to happen when he gets the ball.
Oh man.
They've got a wing that sometimes try to do too much because he feels like he has to. The coaching situation is a little tentative, a little lukewarm. Yeah, sounds like Nebraska.
Gonna be a battle.
Sounds pretty comparable.
Sounds like Nebraska.
I wanted to ask Jay if you guys don't mind about O'Shawn Mathis, who was a pass rusher at TCU in the portal. He's one of the top defensive guys in the transfer portal. He narrowed his list of potential schools to 5 yesterday, and Nebraska made the cut with USC, Texas, Mississippi, Ole Miss, and Penn State. You know about
In
Mathis.
Nebraska.
Yeah, Nebraska. You know about Mathis. 6'5", 257. What do you think of him?
Well, I think he's one of the few guys, not one of the few, but I mean is in the group of guys in the portal where you can watch their. Again, I only watch.
You watch some video.
Yeah, some video. So haven't seen a whole game.
Well, you got me.
But but where you see him actually doing what he's supposed to do, sacking the quarterback, rushing, making plays, in the run game. Versus a guy that say he's played like a game or two. This guy's done it for a couple of years.
Yeah.
So, and he looks the part. 6'5", 250. Definitely can get off the ball. Definitely can cause havoc. And definitely can close. And just in his highlights, his closing speed is good, and that's what you want.
See, this means something.
And that's what
This
you
means
want as a pass rusher. Once you get him in his sights, right, or he, that you want to be able to get the guy on the ground. And he did it well against Oklahoma. He sacked Caleb Williams twice, so that's saying something because Oklahoma, it wasn't all. I also look at who he's highlighted against. You know, if you're going up against, you know, Delaware State and you're hitting up for 3 sacks versus if you're doing it twice against Oklahoma in a pretty intense game, that's you know, holds a little bit more weight, you know, at least with me. But you know, it's assume a position of need. Nebraska's been recruiting him, obviously. You know, you never know why guys are going in the portal. I mean, he's been pretty successful there.
He had a coaching change.
Yeah, I know he had a coaching change, but still, you know, I mean, look, if the new coach comes in, that dude he ain't going nowhere. I mean, he's not a guy that you're trying to run off, right?
No, probably not.
You probably need more like him. But you know, at the end, you know, I think he's graduated or will graduate, looking for a place to go.
He's got 2 seasons of eligibility left.
Right, and that's also very, very appealing. And you know, just on the surface, his skill set more than fits anything that Nebraska's done last year or was doing last year, or what they potentially could do this year. You know, I think he's you know, not position specific, but he's multiple. You know, he can play DN if you need him. He's big enough and strong enough to play end. He definitely can play stand-up linebacker. He definitely can rush the passer. He definitely can do stuff as far as running games and stuff. So you saw a couple of plays where he was able to get home where they're running different stunts. And I like his again, just watching just a little snapshot, but you know, his passion for playing, you know, immediately jumps off the film. So it's just a matter of him trying to find the best opportunity. I'm assuming obviously for him. You know, I think it'd be great for Nebraska to have a guy like him. I think he would raise the level of competition. But then also I can say that also that they still got some guys that can play.
Yeah, they do.
But you know, that's also very good. So, you know, look, at the end of the day, until he commits to Nebraska, it's always kind of like, yeah, you can see him, but I'm sure that there's a lot of other schools that, you know, are saying the same thing.
Yeah, he had 9 sacks in 2020 and 4 sacks in 2021.
All right.
He'd
walk on campus right now is easily the
best pass rusher on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't even be a question. Now, that doesn't mean that other guys couldn't play different roles, or, you know, somebody's going to automatically be in the portal. That shouldn't be it. There's with this team here, with Nebraska in particular, you can assume some guys are going to start. You know, I mean, if you had to bet your last dollar, you assume that Casey Thompson would start, right? He's got the most. He's kind of like this guy. You know,
Jake,
me. Well, you know what you're going to get, right? Right? You know what you're going to get.
That's what I was thinking.
But when you Google Casey Thompson, you could see him
Not
actually
like me.
doing stuff against like opponents.
Oh yeah.
You know, and big. You know, he's you know, he led the Big 12, I think, in TDs or close to it.
Yeah, 24.
Right.
24 TD passes.
Right, and you see this guy, he's got to be up there towards the top in Big 12 in sacks, right?
Mhm.
So these are more known entities, but nothing's etched in stone. So there's nobody, like, if you go through 11 positions on offense and 11 positions on defense, there's not anybody that you think of as like, okay, like cemented starter. Now you got guys that, you know, like
Not too many. You're right.
Heinrich and Reimer probably.
How about Quentin Newsom?
Probably. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah, he's probably
not up there with like Heinrich and Newsom or Heinrich and Reimer.
Yeah.
I'd be very surprised if he didn't. But you know,
Ty Robinson.
Yeah, but you still got a lot of work to do.
That's
right?
3 names.
But it's
Maybe.
assumption,
Or 3 or 4.
Assumption, right? It's assumption, right? Probably need like Nuri or something like that. But I'm talking. But if you get too, you know, fat on the, you know, on the titty, I guess, then you could just you can get bypassed. You know,
TP.
I mean, it's just at the point right now.
TP, go ahead, interject.
Or whatever you want. I don't know what the metaphor is. If you get too, you know,
it's too late to dump it. It happened. It happened.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Right.
Happy birthday to you.
Everybody,
Do whatever you want,
right?
This is what
No,
we're
that's
doing.
a good breakdown of O'Shawn Mathis.
This
O'Shawn
is-
Mathis.
This is what we're doing.
Well, look, you guys went from incognito. You know what? Okay, trust me. What I just said was that's child's play. So yeah.
Incognito.
Yeah. Somebody coming up to the high V asking me what that means, you know. But
Somebody
I mean,
did? Somebody did?
They looked at me like, "Well, did I hear that right?" I'm like, "Yeah, you heard it right." Yeah.
You heard it exactly right.
But you know, I mean, with this team, it's a people could say like it's a tumultuous time, but
No.
I think it's a time of tremendous opportunity, and and they got obviously plenty of guys with enough talent. It's not a lot of opportunity with no talent.
Right.
It's just a matter who's going to seize the opportunity, and it's not necessarily all about who's the first 11 that go out there, because I'm assuming if you get some guys that are it's neck and neck at, I don't know, just say at right corner or left corner, whatever position, or wide receiver, that doesn't mean whoever is the first guy that goes out there that's a starter that's going to play 95% of the snaps. That means that I would assume that this other guy that's going to be playing a high percentage, and then if he continues to get better and lessens that gap, you're getting 2 for 1. So competition is good. I think it's going to make everybody do a little bit more or a lot more, and it's going to bring ideally the pressure's on. I mean, there's no way to dance around it, right? So it's either you welcome the pressure and bring the best out of you, or you kind of like you tap out, and I think that I like the mix of the new coaches. I like the players, and so I think as long as you don't have catastrophic 25 injuries or something like that, I think Nebraska will be all right.
O'Shawn Mathis, and then they're looking. He's obviously a huge target, and they're looking at the Vandy left tackle, who's in the portal. Tyler Steen. Yeah, Tyler Steen.
Well, he probably fit right in academically because he come right in the Big Ten. He'd probably be instantly the smartest guy on the team, right?
Vanderbilt education.
I just offended a few people there, but maybe.
Well, I mean,
maybe.
Vandy's
and none of those people could have gotten in Vanderbilt.
Right. So hey,
Good point.
He'd bring up the team GPA. You never know when you might need that, but I think you look.
You see the targets though.
Yeah, you see
pass
the targets.
rusher,
Yeah.
D lineman. They're looking at D lineman and they're looking at O lineman.
Yeah, it's definitely not over. I mean,
no, it's not over.
But if I was on the team, I wouldn't be scared off by that.
No, hell no.
Because look, I would say like they're in the portal for a reason, right?
Well, you welcome the competition if you're a dog. Right?
Again, right, and you welcome the competition. Just because they go get you, it doesn't mean that the dirt is buried on, say, like Jay Foreman or whatever.
Right.
Like unless you're bringing in, like I always go back to Justin Fields. I don't care who they bring in, because you have to show me that you're better than me.
Well, yeah,
you're gonna have to. You ain't just gonna get this spot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So,
you hope Caleb Tanner's just saying, I don't care if they bring him in. They can bring in whoever they want.
but you need more than 2 pass rushers.
That's true too.
You need more than 3.
Yeah.
You'd like 4, right?
Yeah.
Caleb made strides in the last
We'd
2
like
years.
one good one though.
Yeah. Give us
Oh yeah,
a
you
great
like one,
one.
Dom, man.
We'd like
give
one
us a
really
dog
good-
out there.
We'd like one really good one though.
Garrett Nelson was pretty consistent.
5 sacks. 5
which,
sacks.
considering with the opportunities, is pretty good.
5 sacks.
Still needs. I mean, he's still
Pretty good.
He's got a lot more to to add to his toolbox. But
You need to do with 9, 10, 11. That's the kind of
a
guy.
lot of that stuff is predicated on leading games by 10 or more points. When the games are tight,
Yeah.
and if you're constantly always having to play like on your heels, and you can't be ultra aggressive, it's not going to lead to a lot of sacks. I will say this: that Caleb Tanner probably led at least the Big Ten in sacks that he kind of like didn't finish. It's always 1 or 2 a game that
close.
that he should have, that he could have closed the door. But the more the merrier, because then if you got 4 pass rushers, you can do what the Giants did against the Patriots. And it's an obvious passing down, go to a little what they call a race car or whatever. And that when you remember they put Justin Tuck and all those guys inside and kept Strahan and OC on the outside. So there's plenty that you can do. I think like Caleb and them are athletic enough. You could go with like 1 defensive tackle and kind of move around and cause some confusion. But ultimately, they, like I said, they got Jamari Butler. You got you like to have a little bit more out of Feldarius.
Blaine Gunnerson.
Blaze Gunnerson. So
Blaze Gunnerson.
who,
wow, Jake.
I know. He came in.
Butcher
He got thrown in against Wisconsin.
Yeah.
After Caleb Tanner got pistol whipped and got put to sleep, first drive.
Is that what happened?
Oh yeah, he went in there with his weapon on safety, and that's what I told him. And he had a nice little nap. He's fine, but
Nice little nap.
Blaze came out of there and never had played and came in there and handled his business.
Yeah,
and the same with Damian Daniels got hurt that game. and then you saw, Nash go in there and handle his stuff against a veteran offensive line and team. So
Nash Hutmacher.
There's plenty of opportunity. You can't run and hide, but what this will do, everything that you're doing outside of workouts and film study or, practice or when the spring starts, definitely you're going to have to think twice, because I can guarantee you, if you're sitting there and you're kind of bored, nothing to do on a Sunday afternoon, you better be thinking about going in there and watching some more tape.
Well, we got 10 days till spring football right now.
Yeah, I mean, this ain't
really short.
I know, right? 10 days. 10 days away.
Really short.
February 28th.
It's because I think they're getting new turf. Everything's but
I think that's right.
I can guarantee you right now, if I'm in there, I'm not worried about what type of tempo at practice. I'm coming to crack face masks right from the get-go. Right? Because we're going
don't come to get in shape. You better come in shape.
You better be in shape.
you go.
If you don't feel like something's that, tightened up, you got the weekend and stuff right now to do a little bit more, and you continue to do more. But I can promise that I'm throwing the first punch and the last punch, and I'm not asking anything in between if I'm trying to get a spot.
Hello.
I'm just saying.
I got you. I like it. I like it.
And I remember, I'm going to tell you a funny training camp story right there.
Okay.
I'm telling you, before I went to Buffalo, I talk about your sphincter muscle. It was tight.
Hello.
I was nervous, wondering if I could do
check all the boxes today.
Hey, it's his birthday, man.
Just gonna check them all.
Titties,
that's the case,
sphincter
then-
muscle. Where are we going next?
No. Come on now. That's where your mind is. So.
No, it's not.
I wouldn't say I was scared. I was definitely really, really nervous because you didn't know. You hear, then I went a little bit later than I thought I was. So then, am I really good enough? So you kind of go from a comfortable situation to an uncomfortable situation, and you're going up there, and Buffalo has some dudes, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm packing up my truck, about to drive from Minneapolis to Buffalo. So my dad's like, I'll ride out with you and then I'll fly back. It's cool. I mean, so we just talking. So we got up there around like Erie, Pennsylvania, which is about like an hour and 15, whatever.
Know where it is, yeah.
And then the next morning, we're going up, and he was heading out and I was going to training camp. He's like, this is what you do. He's like, this is exactly what you do. He's like, you find out who the baddest dude is, that supposedly is. And he's like, the first time that you go up to him, he's like, don't matter if you make a mistake or not. He's like, you crack he's like, you just lay it on him.
Crack him.
Right. And he's like, you do that. He's like, you'll get a ton of respect, and then everything else will be, he's like, there's nowhere else. You don't need to go higher. Well, the problem was it was Sam Gash, but and I'll never forget.
How's Sam Gash? Big
Sam,
dude?
yeah, he was Penn State fullback, and we call him big. He wore this big neck roll, and so I was on second team coming into training camp. Well, Sam Cowart, who was a mentor of mine, had a really good offseason, and he came in at like 260 as a linebacker. So they decided, since you didn't want to work out all off season, you were riding on on your high horse, you're not practicing until you get in shape.
Oh, so you were out there.
So the night before you're training, you put pads on, you're up there, and then right at the end of the meeting, Ted Controls was like, yeah, you're going with the first, you're going with one.
Hello.
Yeah. So then I ain't sleep the night, but it all worked itself out.
Did you hit Gash?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It went good.
Did it?
Yeah. It went good. It went good. And then I got Reuben Brown.
Yeah.
But here's the great thing about it. Like
good.
The play was going outside. I think I got Sam because I actually went the wrong. I mean, I went straight. And so when he tried to hit me, I just was a wild man. You know what I mean? So I remember being in the meeting, Chuck Lester was like, you're doing a great job of going around knocking people's heads off. But he's like, we got to get you to, stop having so many minuses. I was like, don't worry about it. I'll catch up that way. Right. Yeah. So that's the mentality. That's the mentality they needed to have in the spring.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They
kill everybody, let everybody else, pick them up after that.
Defense should be far ahead.
Kill everybody. Let the paramedics sort them out.
Defense will be far ahead.
That's their business, not me, man.
Defense will be far ahead. Should be.
Paramedics.
Yeah. Well, no.
Come on.
I don't know about that. You got a lot of guys that's going to be fighting for spots, right?
Defense.
Yeah.
And offense. But I'm just saying because
continuity wise.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because offense is going to be trying to work itself out.
Like I said, a sneaky
Could be a
kind of
mess.
good move is Dawson coaching D-line because of the continuity is there. Versus say like you hired a coach from Indiana,
right?
that's coming in kind of with his idea of the defense and where you
defense basically has total continuity.
Right, 100%.
All right.
All right.
Well, let's let DP get to birthday celebration for Jay for old school.
Listen here, man.
Let's see. You got an hour and a half of birthday time today, man.
You're only 41.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
I'm only 40.
I'm sure.
Well, he gets some time. We have a special day today.
A special day. All right.
Tom Stevens will be back.
Oh, Tommy Steve.
Tom Stevens will be back. It's opportunity. He and Johnny Holiday have become best friends over the course of time. So we wanted to get them all together, and this is what we're doing.
All right.
So
this is going to occur when?
9 o'clock. And
9
of
o'clock.
course, Rico is going to act an absolute fool around Johnny Holiday.
Yep.
So
tune in for that.
It's going to be nuts.
And steal bourbon.
All right. Old school is next for Steve Sipple. I'm Jake Sorensen. See you.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their